put something like that on your little triangle, and yeah, this is really, I like it. I'm excited to see that clamp breaker more than anything. With those three little boosts, I want to see what happens when I have that Hall of Fame and I'm trying to boost by somebody.
It's funny you say that because I was thinking about it like on the flip side, like will PGs or guards use clamp breakers? Because if they won't, I might not spec into my clamps badge as much as I usually do, you know. But
Hmm.
I mean, only time could tell. See what's the meta and what people
Yes, you
think
can
first.
crab. You can crab, Fletch. I was definitely crabbing when I was playing quick play against some people.
That's
You
good
can
to hear.
definitely no contest on crabs. You can crab.
What's good, Uncle Demi? I see you in the stream. What's happening, my guy? Yeah, man. So you got any closing thoughts? Anything that you wanted to get off your chest, or anything that you had on your mind?
Closing thoughts. Who, me?
Yeah.
Um, I don't. My closing. I don't know. The main
If you
thing
want to
that I'm
keep talking, you
so.
keep talking too, man. I'm not. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I don't. I don't really have anything else to say. I spoke down everything I'm excited about.
I
My
appreciate you.
biggest thing is that. Oh, blinders. I didn't even speak about that.
That's a good one. Maybe we should talk about that.
Yeah, that's tough. I'm guessing, Wolf, you already spoke on defense and like how slow you reach and etc. Once you're out of bars as well.
Kinda, not really. I was gonna talk about that later, but we can talk about it now if you want. I mean,
Yeah, they
Anything
balance
goes,
good.
man.
defense,
Anything
yeah,
goes right
anything
now.
goes. So pretty much in defense, same way as offense, you get the adrenaline boost, right? So anytime you reach or jump for a block, you lose boost and you get 3 per possession. So, and I was testing it, I'm sure you did too, Fana. So once I was reaching a lot and I had no more adrenaline boost, I would get some crappy animations, like bad jump attempts. So pretty much it eliminates the spamming on defense, which I think creates a bigger skill gap and is better for the game in general. So I'm sure you guys will see that when you get the game, and Fana, you can talk more on that if you think.
Yeah, it's balanced. Once you're out of kind of the same way you're useless on offense after out of those adrenaline boosts. It's the same way on defense. You're completely out of it.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Also, when you pump fake, the more times you pump fake, the less productive you are.
Yeah, your shot ratings go down.
Yeah, your shot ratings go down a lot after
Yeah.
pump faking a lot. So mashing might look a little interesting. I wonder if people will
I,
fake pass now instead of pump faking.
I didn't even know that. Wow, that's interesting.
That's a good
That's
point to make.
that's
See a lot
That's
more
a great
fake
point to make.
passes. That's true.
Yeah.
probably see a lot of fake passes in the paint to stop or like fake out and pump fake. That might be a way around it.
Word.
Strength matters this year. You can straight bully somebody if you have high strength.
Definitely.
If you have when you're taking them to the cup, you can
Definitely.
push them away. If you have when you're taking blinders is kind of the same way it works. I want to say it's a little tuned down, but it definitely works.
Yeah, I was about to ask your thoughts on that.
For those crabs and shooting while they're on your hip. Locks are just they're gonna be like a lockdown. I don't think there's gonna be a real skill gap to lockdowns. It's just gonna be like if you have a lock on, you just go ahead and pass that boy away. Don't even don't even waste your time. So I think there's gonna be a lot of two-man and pro-am as well. Thinking about it, like just giving the ball to the shooting guard, and it might really be a shooting guard's year. Like really, I think so.
I'm thinking that as well. I'm
I really think it's gonna be
definitely
a
looking
shooting
into
guard.
making a pure sharp. I just want to play
I
two. I
wonder.
want to
I
let
wonder
somebody
what
else.
that'll look like.
I want to let somebody else dribble and just toss me to rock. I'm gonna just jack it up. So
I wonder what that's gonna look like though when it comes to like shooting over a little bit. Cause I did peep, like I was greening some contestants when I was playing. Like you time your shot and there's like badges for when they're closing out late and etc. Like
yeah,
a sharp might really be.
crazy,
Yeah,
I don't
right?
especially like
know.
a tall sharp because I mean this is a little troll, but I made a 7-3 with like max 3 ball, and I know it's the builder against CPU, but every single shot I was taking was like wide open. I'm like,
Hmm.
crap, like, that's wide open. I thought it'd be like a 5% or something, but I'm so tall,
Yeah, yeah,
I was just shooting right over him with the new contest system, you know. So
yeah.
I mean, we don't
Um,
know. We don't know. We gotta test the game
is
out.
there a way to get open without handles? As a say, even with handles, I can't even say there's a way to get open, my boy. Even I don't know how that's gonna look. I think offense in general is just a lot slowed down this year. You can still do those standstill moves, but
You think you're gonna have
without
to utilize your
Sprigs,
team more?
yeah, 100%,
For sure.
120% for sure.
Yeah.
Um, which I like. I'm interested, looking forward to, but I still don't understand from a casual level how that's gonna go. Cause like, let's say I just load. I'm a normal. I'm a casual. I load up on 2K, want to hoop with some guys in the park. Like, you got to rely on the Randys to be on their P's and Q's, you know. So it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see what Twitter looks like after the first week.
Oh,
It's gonna be so controversial. Like
it's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
a
so.
shitstorm for sure.
There's gonna be no more of those clips on park of like dudes isoing at half court.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you
Like,
can. You could do that for
you
sure.
think so? With it
I've already seen
with
it.
the boost?
I've already done it. Yeah, you can stand still dribble. I'm
Yeah,
just saying, but like
Okay, okay.
it's
That's
like,
finishing.
yeah, you
Yeah,
could combo
yeah.
up stand still dribbling for sure, but
You can't
it's
like burst
like
out.
when you're going against. But like I was saying, because when I'm really complaining about the dribbling, I'm not like in my head like this is 2K in general. Like if you learn the game and you're better than the people you're playing against, I think you're gonna win. So like, let's say you just lab a point guard and you go to park and you play against the average person. I think you're gonna hoop. I'm really thinking about like a professional lock. Like when I'm thinking about, am I gonna be able to score? Like I'm not thinking, oh, I'm patched. I'm not gonna be able to stream and have content and bake people. I'm thinking like, what am I gonna do against a wolf, a awkward, a stick, a randoms? Like you know what I mean? That's where it's just
Right.
like people who are gifted at lockdown like that. It's just like, are you really gonna score on them in two moves? Like it's gonna be so. It's gonna be it's gonna be interesting for sure.
definitely gonna be interesting. Well, Phantom man, I appreciate you.
Of course, thank you so much.
Dude, no, thank you. We definitely appreciate you being on the stream. Everybody, shout out Fanta in the chat, man. Let's show some love to Fanta, bro, for real. We got
Sure.
2.5K in here, and that's all thanks to the content we got and the guests we got. So I wanna thank everybody in there, and especially Fanta. Much love, brother, and I wish you a blessed day, and definitely potentially get some more work done in the future if you would.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Of course, told you.
All right, man. You be easy.
All right, you too.
Yeah.
All right, fantasy it.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah.
WWs. WWE.
Great content, man. His insight is amazing.
Yeah.
At the guard position,
I want to thank Wolf for kind of moderating that whole thing while I'm trying to. I want to thank Wolf for kind of moderating that whole thing while I'm trying to. I want to set everything up as good as I wanted to. So I hope y'all enjoying the content. I see that 549 Dono in the stream. Nabui says, "Yo, appreciate the live stream, but I really need help. Want to make a Kobe 6'6" or 6'5" build. Please, any advice?"
Kobe 6'6", 6'5" build. I think that's definitely possible, man. Like, I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna want post control for sure. You're gonna want a lot of mid range.
Yep.
If that's the type of stuff you're looking for, you're not gonna have the crazy playmaking, to be honest. So
It's gonna be tough, yeah, especially because like Kobe was a great defender too, so you won't have like it's hard to do it all. You know what I mean? It's so hard because if you make those do it all builds, and you can make them, but I think you'll be lacking in the badge point category, so you won't be able to get the best badges to suit those attributes.
Right.
But yeah.
So yeah, it's about that time. We're gonna bring our next guest on. Been my guy. Met him at Community Day for the first time. Been rocking with him for a little bit, but met him for the first time at Community Day. Love his content. Always very thorough. If y'all didn't know, we got the man Laker fan coming in here. So let me let him know we ready. I think he has the Discord link. I don't know if he's in the chat or not. But yeah, definitely a big shout out for Fanta for coming on the stream. That's major love.
Sure.
We at? I don't think I sent him the Discord link. Okay. Yeah, I'm a dumbass. That's all right.
All you need is like 17, 18 badge points per category to have a do it all build. Yeah, kinda. That sounds about right. He needs the links, Bill. He said he didn't get the link.
Yeah, I got you. I just sent it.
Okay. Are the build systems the same for both gens? Yes, they are. According to Mike Wang, very similar. Pretty much identical.
Bear with us here for a second. There he is.
Yo,
Laker was good.
cool. I just had to select my mic, I guess.
Oh no, you're good. So I just kind of gave you just a warm welcome there, but now that you're in here, everybody Laker fan, if y'all didn't know, man, this the big man, he's always working on, he's always labbing something different. You can go to his YouTube and you could definitely pick up a lot of knowledge over there. So I want to give my guy Laker fan a warm welcome. Y'all in the chat say what up to my guy Laker fan, and absolutely, and everybody make sure you like the stream, man. We got over 2,000 people in here, man. We've been holding over 2,000 people. This is the most people I've ever streamed to by far, by about 2.3 thousand.
Hey, big year, man. Like you can see just the views in the community are going crazy.
For sure.
Stream videos, whatever the case.
Everybody's going crazy right now, and I want to give a big shout out to everybody at 2K. Mitchell, Ronnie, OG, just all the guys over there, man. Just Evan, everybody for setting this whole thing up, because this is absolutely amazing, bro. Like for us to get a chance to give this content out early is just like a blessing. So I'm gonna put
Can you turn up Lakers audio?
Yeah, I was just about to ask. I can move the mic a little bit closer too, if need be.
I can turn you up too. It should be cool.
Okay. But I was just about to ask if there's an echo too. Just let me know. I don't got headphones on. It's just coming out the PC a little quiet. So
no, you sound good right now. I think you sound good.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I think you sound. I'm gonna get your image on the screen so people know that Laker fan is in here, and then we are gonna get right into it.
Bet. Well, what were you thinking? I know I know you guys were talking locks and stuff earlier in the stream. I feel like while Spill's setting stuff up, if you want to talk locks real quick, just a little recap again. What were you thinking of 6'5"s, or were you looking at any heights between like 6'5", 6'9" type stuff? As far as I know, you showed the 6'8" on stream as well, but yeah, just curious.
So I made 2 locks on Community Day. I made a 6'6", like traditional 3-and-D, which I thought was great. I liked it a lot. Kind of was lacking in the finishing and playmaking.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
it seems you're gonna have to do that for most locks this year, to be honest.
Yeah. So I liked it. I was fast. I felt good. But then I also made a 6'7" that was a little bit slower, but I put like bully on him. I had strength. With some finishing, like silver posterizer and like an 86 dunk or something.
Okay.
So kind of like a slashing lock. I think I still had like an 81 3-ball or 83 ball. So I could hit open in the corner, but I wasn't like, super sniping anything. So,
yeah. Okay. I got you.
I do feel like my first lock build, I'm gonna make him a little bigger. So probably like that 6'7".
Or like taller.
Yeah, taller. That's what I mean. Taller. Yeah.
Okay,
So like a 6'7". Probably.
Okay.
I do feel like big players are going to be a little bit better this year.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're here to talk about that. Obviously, Spill. Whenever you're ready for the center stuff, we can get into that too. Because as far as like the whole taller situation.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're good to go then.
Yeah, absolutely. Fire away. Cool. I just I don't know what B-roll I should be having on screen. I don't really have any big man B-roll, so I might just pause this. So y'all can just look at
the
Giannis gameplay. All right, bet. I'll pull that up.
6'8" gameplay in the background too.
Bet.
Okay,
I'll do that.
Yeah, anything's cool with me, obviously. So
yeah, fire away, man. The stage is yours.
As far as the whole like taller aspect, I feel like so obviously we all know kind of locks and bigs can be grouped together a little bit. As far as like Wolf was just showing the 6'8" and was mentioning the versatility of it and how like a 6'8" could be a perimeter defender at the same time. And to me, if we're talking like what's going to be the best big man build or what's the meta, so to say, whether that's threes or pro-am, whatever the case may be, and pro-am's a little harder to differentiate between that because then you even have power forwards versus centers, and we don't know yet what's going to be back end pick and roll D type stuff. Like you would assume it's probably going to be power forwards and then centers in the corner, but
yeah,
I don't know. Low key, hang on. Okay, so I want to talk gameplay stuff while we're on that note. So Wolf, I'm curious, and I want to bounce this off you real quick. As far as the whole power forwards versus centers and which one's going to be guard and pick and roll D, I'm curious if you think if guards are struggling to score like really, really heavily, right, and you don't need to play as such high hedge defense, yet maybe mashing is still a problem, so to say. What do you think of maybe like a 7-footer or something like that, playing the back end pick and roll D for a little bit more height, and it's still very fast too, at like 77 speed I saw, and
Yeah.
you get a little bit more height, a little bit more rebounding involved, and maybe a little bit more match defense on the back end too.
You know, it's funny you say that because I thought about that after like the fact of like seeing the gameplay and people talking about it. I think a back end. I think my first power forward build. I know I showcased a 6'8" that can kind of do it all, but I think I would focus on maybe like a bigger build, like you said, like a 6'9", 6'10" kind of power forward. That's a little bit more, bigger and more paint oriented than trying to step up and guard the perimeter. Because we don't know. I mean, we don't know how guards are going to be able to move with the new adrenaline boost. What's going to be the meta. So,
Yeah, for
um,
sure.
I still think though, like a center, like especially in comp pro am, you should have those specialized roles, right? So a power forward should be guarding the back of the P&R. Your center should be a bigger player in the corner, just to like maximize the
Rebounding.
specialization of
Yeah.
each position. So
Yep, I feel like that's all. Yeah, good points made for sure. Um, as far as like the super tall centers, I don't know. I feel like I was a little bit personally kind of opposed to them. I feel like so what I noticed, and we were talking speed as far as the blocks go, like the tall ones, right? And I noticed that at every height for lockdowns, they are faster than last year. So for instance, like 6'6" was I think 91 speed in this game, and last year's game was 88, I believe. Now you had the metric stuff as well playing a factor, but
Right.
either way, then like as you keep on going up the list, 6'7" is faster, 6'8"
didn't
is
even know
faster,
that.
6'9" faster,
Right.
and the one build that I saw that isn't faster than last year is center. Now, don't be wrong, I understand they are going to be kind of sitting in the corner, stuff like that, but I thought that was interesting that every build, like, or I should say 7 threes, my bad, but um, I just found it interesting that every single build at every height is faster than last year, but like 7 3, 7 2s got slower actually. So like it was 61 speed for the 7 threes last year. Now it's 58. If you have to upgrade that weight just a slight bit to get to 99 rebound for that Hall of Fame rebound chaser, obviously, because who's gonna make a 7 3 without that? But
right.
yeah, I found that pretty interesting. I don't know how it's gonna affect pro am. Do you guys want to talk more pro am or like threes and stuff like that too?
Whatever. I mean, or like we just talk my player builder in general.
Okay, yeah,
Like
true.
just you talking about. I
Yeah,
actually
so I
have a
guess
couple
everyone's
questions.
here for their own,
Um,
interest and stuff like that too, as far as the viewership. So
yeah,
yeah.
but I had a couple questions. I know you were
Oh yeah.
on the
Sorry, I
builder.
forgot we were we were going a little more scripted. Yeah.
Oh, you're good. You're good. So you were on the builder a lot, messing around with big men builds. So what are your thoughts on poppers this year so far with the builds
Yeah.
that we've seen?
That's a good question. I believe that as everything in 2K, chemistry and balance between your teammates is very key as far as like things like this. So, for instance, with the guards, I feel like they are very hard to put finishing on currently. Like maybe they'll be layup type dudes, but no, I don't think anybody's gonna come out here with like a comp guard and be able to put dunking on unless they're really lacking in like shooting and playmaking. So for me, as a big man, I feel like I don't know. Insides could benefit off the fact that it will be a little bit harder to build those guards personally and like actually give them some finishing like ability. So the more they're kind of hugging around the outside, I feel like the more insides would eat off that. But to be fair, I'm biased in that sense. I'm always going to lean toward the insides.
Yeah.
Poppers, they look like they can really get like good 3-pointer. I will say though, I don't know how tall you're thinking. Like, are you talking like the seven, like you're like 7'3" and still a popper too?
Possibly like right before the footage got corrupted at the event,
Yeah.
I made a 7'3" with an 8'1" wingspan, which is max, and I had a 77 three ball. Now I know you mentioned that centers lost speed, right? Like 7'3" had lower speed this year
Yeah.
compared to last year, but I feel like they gained three ball at such a tremendous level to like allow them to be poppers. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I feel you because I think it was like 73 3-pointer. My boy Tonic had a 7 3 that we actually stuck in the corner and we ran 2 7 3s for a portion of the year. And yeah, he was still hitting with that 73. And I think that's where the question comes into play too is how well can you shoot with that 3-pointer? Because it always could change based on the game. Just because you can get a higher three, it might not exactly mean that you hit at a like better rate than last year, if you get what I'm kind of saying in that aspect.
Right. Right.
No,
I
I
guess we
definitely
kinda
agree
got
with that. And Mike Wang had a tweet on that. I'm trying to find it now, but he was saying the only way you're
He
going to
said
be
like,
able to score or shoot like with a low three ball is you could maybe shoot with a 75 three ball, but you're going to need to have like excellent timing. Because as
yeah,
I'm
we
sure you realize, like the whites aren't dropping this year like they used to, and that's something he
yeah.
also said. So
Which is what I was kind of concerned by if we're talking like poppers is obviously the only thing that you lose on wingspan for being upgraded is three-pointer. Now I will say like you're not going to benefit off ball handling or anything like that. I think that's more of like a 6'8" slasher type thing that benefits off the fact that wingspan no longer really hurts your ball handle or anything. So I guess a little bit of useless point right there that I was making, but anyway, yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess it all just comes down to can you shoot with like that low of three-pointer? Not to mention Wolf. As far as the badges go, I'm very curious because obviously tier threes were extremely hard to equip if you had like maybe 15 points in the badge categories. Did you
yeah.
notice like did it feel okay as far as like what badges you were equipping on those like sort of 7-3 poppers?
Uh, what do you mean, like the
Like as in
effectiveness of each badge?
like as in let's say if you only had like 15 points in the shooting category or maybe you had way more than that, correct me if I'm wrong.
I think I had about like 17, something like that.
Okay, yeah, so like for instance you have to spend the first 10 in like tier 1 to 2, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, like, ooh, it gets like really expensive. So if you're a popper, obviously you really want like in previous years, maybe it was easier to budget like bronze or silver limitless range or something like that, and that gives you more comfortability. As a popper, you kind of want that room to be able to be at least like a couple feet off the 3-point line. If you
Yeah.
gotta like hug that thing too, it's gonna be probably kind of tough to like be more selective with your shots and just like what goes up, what doesn't, especially if your 3-point is a little bit lower, like in that 75 like range or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. If I remember correctly, I mean, it sucks. I don't have access to the footage, but
Yeah, I feel you.
what'd you need? I maybe can find it.
no, no, no. I'm saying
Oh, you
about the
just didn't
7-3
have it. Yeah, I
build.
got you.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't. I couldn't get limitless, so I don't think I had it. I had like I think I had silver
Ooh.
catch and shoot as my tier 3 badge that I cored.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
That's
it was
interesting. Catching two
yeah,
was 2-3. I guess that might be
yeah.
a hype thing. And on that note too, sorry if I'm getting off topic. I know we got a lot of questions and stuff. So
No,
I'll
no,
get,
no,
I'll get
bro.
back
It's all you.
after this one. But I did notice, and I made a video kind of on this too about how height manipulates badge tiering. So for instance, like for a 6'6" rebound chaser was in tier 1, and it was
Right.
4 points in the Hall of Fame, obviously. And then for like 6'7", it became a tier 2.
All
For
right.
6'8" and above, it was tier 3. So
So I got a
that's something-
question real quick.
yeah, sure.
And that was only based off your height, you're saying?
Yep.
So
It
it's not
wasn't
It's
position.
not position. All
Um,
right. See,
I
this is
tried
something
weight.
I wanted to figure out because I wasn't exactly sure. So I'm glad you have the
I
answer.
tried weight as well. That wasn't doing anything to change it. It definitely seemed to just be height, 100%.
Wow.
All right,
That's
cool.
interesting. Yeah.
That's for y'all in the
That's a
chat,
gem.
man.
That's a gem.
That's a gem right there, man. If
Hey,
you're gonna
if I could give you guys a little bit of extra sauce too, this video is going crazy for me right now too. I made a 7-foot center, and I've seen a lot of slashers, right, who have made like builds with maybe like 6'8", and you have things like Posterizer, Slithery, Limitless Takeoff, all tier 3 badges. For that 7-footer, you had things like Posterizer was tier 2, so that became cheaper. Slithery and Limitless Takeoff became tier 1, and
wow.
it was, and not to mention too that those 7-footers have 93 driving dunk still, so you can get gold
wow.
Posterizer, you can still get you can get 4 contact dunk packages as well. The elites, the pros,
Wow.
the big man elites, the big man pros.
Yeah,
It was
you
pretty
might be
crazy.
giving the people too much sauce. I
That's
don't know.
no, that's a
Hey,
super gem. Make sure y'all all check out Lakers video, man.
Hey man, go
haven't
check
seen
out
it
his channel.
myself.
Yeah,
So now I'm
After
watching all the
three.
vids, and
definitely go check
I'm
out
locking
Laker
in.
Fans channel, his YouTube. I think NBA2KLab just posted his link to his video. Yeah, there it is in the chat. So if y'all want to go check out that video, it's a 7-footer. I remember we were talking Laker, and you were like, them 7-footers might be kind of devious.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh
you can
man,
have
I ain't
So-
gonna lie, I might make a 7-foot power forward. Low key, that's kind of crazy. Like a Giannis build.
Yeah,
That'd
because
be
I'm telling
crazy.
you, like it looked as far as like its versatility too. I think it's very, very good for pro am. I don't know what for yet though, because like the back end, we were talking about that, right? Like just now about how maybe it is better for back end because you maybe don't have to pay as much respect to guards or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then offensively, yeah, really fast. The way I had it set up, it only was gold rebound chaser with 93, but it looked like you could definitely up the weight and not lose too much out on it. I need to lab that when I get back in like the full game obviously, but yeah, definitely something to look out for sure.
That's a good point in the chat Zach made. I just hope 7 foot builds have good jumpers. We don't know. We don't know. I mean,
True, yeah. I guess for
that's
me, I'm a little
definitely.
bit biased because I'm very cool with the whole just inside aspect of it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, for sure.
yeah,
I'm trying to
but yeah,
find. I know
bringing back
people are
to
in the
the
chat asking for different B-roll. I'm looking for it right now, so just bear with me. Y'all keep
There's a
talking though.
bunch in that doc spell. I got like check gameplay, like whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Set up.
Got you.
But yeah. So I want to ask you a question, Laker. So what do you? I know it's early in the game and we haven't played much, so we don't really know the meta. But what are your thoughts on strength this year?
I would say so. Like slasher, very very like important as far as that bully badge. But that's where we come back to the whole like 6-8 topic. Like bully was a tier 3 badge as well, and when you add on to the fact that posterizer, limitless, and slithery are too, you can't. I already tried labbing that too. You literally cannot afford to get all 4 tier 3 badges at all because you have to spend the 10 points first, obviously, right? So
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, literally, you have to make those sacrifices, and you know how bad it would be to be a slasher with no limitless takeoff. I mean, like that's so
That's bad.
useless at that point,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I just feel like bully is a little bit of an overrated badge so far, is what I would give it. Maybe it's extremely useful, but me personally, I just feel like it's a little bit of an overrated, so to say, right now. As far as what strength itself actually does, and not just unlocking badges, though, um, I think it's a little bit hard to judge. I feel like we all know it obviously is going to be dealing with like backing people down, resisting back downs, whatever the case may be. Yo, Spill, did you see if they have a does post move lockdown still resist is it like what was it called? I forget. If it resists back downs, if you get what I'm saying.
I can
Like
tell you right now with the
Oh,
no,
badge.
no, no,
no,
my
no.
bad. That's what Brick Wall did last year, and it probably is the case still, I would assume. So that could be the case. But yeah, I don't know. I did see strength is now tied to brick wall as well, if you would like
Yeah.
it to be,
Yep.
whereas it was always just interior defense before that. So that's another interesting thing. So strength, it's impacting more badges than it ever has. I'll put it like that. In previous
Mhm.
years, it was always just a physical that really, if you didn't want it, you didn't have to have it, and it was kind of whatever. All you're gonna do is just get back down more aggressively, and not many people do that in pro am, obviously. So, and not many people do it in stage threes or competitive threes either, for sure. So I don't know. I personally am leaning more toward the idea of not going super crazy on strength. Because if it gets way expensive and you're up there in like the high 90s and stuff, spending way too many attribute points on your overall,
It's
I don't
definitely gonna
think
weigh a
it's
little
gonna
bit for sure.
Yeah. It's
yeah,
definitely.
I'm in the more like 70 range.
But
Like
it-
if you want to upgrade it on your weight, or if you want to upgrade it but not go crazy on your weight to like, go like super through the roof with it, I think
Yeah.
it's smart to be in like the 60s, 70s, something like that.
Yeah, it's safe to say that you may want some. You probably do want some strength. Like in past years, you could probably skip it, but it's safe to say that this year you probably need a little bit. But like you said
Yeah.
too, on the bully badge too, like you said, everybody's hyped, but you're not really too hyped about it. But it is very popular, for sure.
just
So
'cause
it's
it's new.
obvious it's brand new, right? So it's super popular. Everybody's talking about it. And then I'm sure you guys saw the Giannis gameplay on the screen. It's just I was testing out 99 dunk and like I think it was gold bully, but I thought it worked pretty well. So we won't really know until the game actually comes out and people actually have a chance to test the stuff.
And don't be wrong. Don't be wrong. I'm not sitting here saying bully is going to be like horrible. It's just that, because that's definitely not what I'm saying. I just more so think the fact that every time that I've seen it, it's in tier 3, no matter what the build is that I look at, and that's always
Yeah.
going to be 8 points for Hall of Fame, and like 7 for gold, 6 for silver, and when you're on like slashing type builds, man, I tell you what, like you're not just gonna not run posterizer. You're not just gonna not run limitless takeoff. Maybe slithery you could maybe cut out on, but Spill, I know you mentioned to me like you were trying to play around with the 99 dunk build and you took off posterizer and put slithery on, and
Right.
it on even better. So like I don't know, maybe
Yeah.
you even would really want that too. So
Yeah, I had 99 dunk on that build you're talking about, and I took posterizer off, and I was still like I was doing skill dunks, and I was catching bodies. But again, this is take it with a grain of salt because I was in the my player tester, and
yeah, exactly.
it's pro. So like it's tough to judge it right away, but take that for what it's worth.
Yep.
So we're
Yeah,
probably gonna
very
get a
much.
few more questions in.
Yeah, I got another
I'll try
one.
and
I
keep
got
it,
2 more actually.
Okay, I'll try and keep them tighter for sure.
No, you good.
It's my
what are
fault
your
for
thoughts-
being an asshole super
Oh, no,
late on the
it's cool. I
stream.
know, I
So
know.
it's my apologies on that because. But we
Hey,
can
Spill's
definitely.
very smart with the IT stuff. He helped me very much with the content and being smart with tech. So
I was helping a
kudos
few
to
people
Cool,
actually.
man.
There's some people in my DMs like, hey, how do I get this stuff out to
Yeah,
SD? So I was trying
great
to
way.
help
Yeah.
it I could. But yeah, let's get back into it. So what were you saying? Wolf, you had a question?
Yeah. So I was watching. I know. What are your thoughts on the new dunk meter for 23?
Um, I would say it was mechanically like getting it to pop up was tougher, but that's probably just because it's a new adjustment. I
Yeah.
was actually trying to hold down on my stick to
Yeah.
get it to
Yeah.
pop up, and apparently I didn't take enough notes and didn't prepare for the test enough from Mr. Mike Wang. But apparently he was saying that it is now only the throws, like, or I forget if it's called throws or not, but either way, like
Yeah,
flicking
stick
up,
throws.
hold
Yep,
down,
you're right.
yeah, and then like flick down, hold down, whatever the case may be. Honestly, I really need to look into that stuff and know what I'm doing with it when the game comes out. But repetitions will always be what helps and just gets better with that. To try and judge it based off of the first 7 dunk meters I had that pop up would be unfair. It seemed very easy to time though. Like the fact that it's a shot meter style instead of that crazy weird ring where the
Yeah.
green pop up any random spot just on a completely random thing. Yeah, it definitely is easier to time when it does pop up. It's just the key is trying to get it to pop up.
Yeah, if y'all want, I'm gonna put on the screen now how the thing works, right? So it just shows you right here. R2, you flick it up and then you just flick it right down. So in last 2Ks you would just flick it down and give you the meter. This year you flick it up and then flick it down. See if I can find a
Okay.
good one for you
Yeah,
guys.
I'm watching right now too. So what is the difference between up down and down down? Do you know?
I only did the skill dunks to be honest. So I only did the meters just up down. I didn't try anything else. But just the skill dunks in my opinion were kind of crazy.
Oh wait,
So,
okay. So the only way to get contact dunk is up down, is what you're saying?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll have to check that out just to clarify.
You may be able
Obviously,
to get square contacts or X contacts still, but
yeah, true.
I definitely felt like I was getting more contacts using the skill dunk for sure. Um,
Okay, I got you.
yeah, and then run this
Yeah,
gameplay
I
here
would say
for
I
whatever.
would say I'm a fan of it though. Definitely an improvement for sure. The latency was very very good on it too, but obviously we are offline. But even offline sometimes it like
Yeah, no,
the
I agree.
contact dunk would have a different cue than like a not an open dunk, but like dunk in traffic that isn't a contact dunk if you feel me. So I noticed that it does feel pretty good. Like the meter doesn't have any latency or lack of responsiveness.
Right. I was also thinking the same thing. Like the latency felt much better than it did in
Yeah,
22.
much easier to time for sure.
And I really
So
like the meter on that is really cool.
yeah,
So,
for sure.
any last closing thoughts? Wolf, you got any last questions for our guy Laker
Yeah, I was
here?
gonna ask the last one, and I was gonna say, what do you think about chase downs
Hmm.
as of now?
Um, so I got the best example of this when I was using the Jordan footage or whatever. I had it in the video. Um, really athletic, like super crazy chase down. I didn't block it, but I got like really really close to it, and it was like a crazy lunge. I highly doubt that his chase down in that gameplay footage, where it's like him as a college player or something like that.
Yeah.
I highly doubt he has elite chase down artist. I bet you he has really good vertical though. So I'm curious if I heard Spill talking about this earlier about how I was a little bit out of tune, so I don't know if twisting your words a little bit here, but I did see like obviously you can get chase down artist on bronze, um, in tier 1 on like smaller builds for free, right? Or like for
Yeah.
1 point, even if you only have 25 block. But I do agree with Spill in saying I don't think you're just gonna come out here and go crazy like you used to, especially like the current gen heads definitely like love that stuff where they could have bronze chase on their guard and like just
Yeah,
fly
it's not
like
happening
even if
this
the
year.
vertical wasn't good. That doesn't feel like to me what the case is. I think you really do need vertical, you need block, you need chase down, all that stuff included. Um, if you have different opinions, Wolf, I'd love to hear it too, but maybe you echo the same thoughts.
Yeah. Same. So we're on the same page. I
Okay.
just wanted to see what you thought
Yeah.
about it.
So yeah,
Um.
I guess I would say that's about as deep as I would get on that. I didn't get so many crazy like opportunities at it, you know what I mean? But
Mhm.
that's what my initial impressions were for sure.
Well, look, Laker man, I appreciate you more than you know
Yeah, yeah.
for coming
Hey,
on the
you
stream,
too.
sharing the sauce, the 7-footer. you know, filling me in on the height restrictions for the badge tiers. That's major. So Laker
Yeah,
was in here dropping gems. So you know, make sure y'all go follow Laker Twitter, go sub to his YouTube. You'll get better at the game. Trust me.
Definitely.
So
Can't wait to watch that
Yeah, I
video
appreciate
tonight.
that.
You
And
tuned in?
anytime, I'll always like drop some knowledge in here. If anything, it's always a win-win. Put the guys on in here to onto some knowledge, and it nets some views as well on the YouTube. So
for sure,
it's
bro.
always
And it was
win-win.
absolute pleasure meeting you at the event too. We was chopping it
Yeah,
up
you
for a
too,
minute.
man, for sure. That whole thing was super cool.
Yeah,
I'm
that
sure
was
we can
crazy.
attest as well, but
Definitely.
Definitely, man.
yeah.
But all right, man, you be easy. We'll definitely be in touch. I'm sure we'll be
Yep,
getting some
sure.
gameplay together or something
All
this
right,
year.
yeah, get the legend in here, shake down.
Yes, sir. We getting shaking here. If you want to stick around, mute yourself just for now. Maybe later we can ask questions or something. You're welcome to. But we're gonna give the stage to Shake right now. I'm just trying to get him in here.
Yeah, all good.
Like I said, we were running a little bit late, so.
Oh, you saying you want me to stick around just in case he isn't
No,
here?
I was just saying, I don't know what he's doing, cause like I said, I'm late, so it's completely on me. But no, I was just saying, if you want to chill till after he's done, we could all just chop it up afterwards, maybe. I don't know when that will
Okay.
be, but I'm just.
Yeah, I'm
just
not gonna
spitballing.
lie. I have gotten very little sleep as far as these last couple of days.
That's right. That's right.
Man,
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
not here like I'm out here just going to bed. Like,
All right, I'm gonna do you a favor then. Get the hell out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go
Yeah.
get yourself some rest. Cause I was messaging Laker at what was it 8:30 this morning because I didn't get no sleep either, and he's like, "Are you up super late or you wake up super early?" Because he's like, "I'm on the same kind of timing." So I was like, "Bro, go get some sleep." But yeah, man, appreciate you. I think you already left. But yeah, we in there. Okay, Shake's already in here. So for y'all, man, this man needs no introduction. Shake, the man, the myth, the legend, the GOAT, is in here. He's in the Discord with us right now. Want to give a warm welcome to Shake. Haven't heard him speak, but you know what I'm saying. We got him in here right now. We'll just check out some gameplay so we can hear the mic. Shakedown has entered the room. All right, bet. Trying not to expose this time. I was messing up earlier, man.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep. Big shit.
Let's go.
What's up,
Hey,
Wolf?
There
What's
he
up?
is.
What's up? What's good with y'all?
hey, the man, the myth, the legend. Hey, can you mute your mic on? I can actually, yeah, on the Zoom call, and we get no echo
On
here.
the Zoom call. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
All right, can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
All right.
I probably got to
We
turn
got
you up a
the
little
goat
bit.
here. Shake. Yeah, probably turn him up a little bit.
I could probably mute you.
Am I
up,
good?
I think you're good. Yeah. Chat. Let us know.
Alright.
Let us know if y'all can hear him well. If not, we'll fix it up. But yes, man, this man needs no introduction. We got the legend in here, Shakedown. One of the most humble dudes that I had met at Community Day. Man, it was absolute pleasure meeting you, man. For real. We was chopping it up before we even got to the event. I know, you've had some experiences with the game, but man, we was just in the mezzanine, just chopping it up for like a minute. I just walked by him in passing. We were just chopping it up for a minute. So I know you got a lot to talk about, man. So whatever you got to say, the stage is yours. We got a few questions for you and stuff. So we're about to get it rocking.
Yeah. I guess the first thing I would like to say is that was one of my favorite community days ever. The thing about me, what I find when I go to these events is that I feel really comfortable around. These are like my people. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
It's like you guys are all gamers. When I used to love going to midnight releases, and sometimes I used to go to midnight releases at GameStop for games that I wasn't even planning on playing that much.
Right.
I would just go just to kick it with people, and everybody goes to work. You go to work and you have your coworkers. Some of them don't play games like you do, or if they do, they don't play the games you play. So going to an event like this is really cool because you're surrounded by people that love the same thing that you love: basketball, video games. Combine the two, and you got 2K. And
Absolutely.
it's all walks of life, man, that play from different modes and different places on the planet. There's people from Brazil and people from Europe.
New
So
Zealand,
it's
everywhere.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel right at home when I'm with everybody, man. I care about this community, man. I've seen a lot of faces come and go, and there's some people that aren't even with us anymore. You know, so I just cherish every moment that I get a chance to spend with you guys, and I think that's what it's all about, man. Just that level of camaraderie. And this is our game. Believe it or not, people don't realize our community is not that large. We don't have the biggest community. We got a fairly small community.
Definitely.
So, in comparison to some of the other bigger titles out there, so I love it, man.
Definitely, bro. Like I said, it's a pleasure to have you on here. And that community day was crazy. Like you said, we're all there with the same interests. We all love 2K, just gaming in general. So like we all had the same vibe. There was like, I don't know, there was no drama whatsoever at the event. That shit was all love, like the entire time through. Like everybody, like you walk around, everybody's got a smile on their face, like the entire time. Like that event was crazy. And once again, I want to shout out 2K and everybody that helped put that event together, for real, because that was definitely dope.
Absolutely. They know how to pick them. They know how to pick the right people.
For sure. I think they did a good job with that. So let's get into it, man.
Can you turn Shake's audio up a little bit?
Yeah, maybe Shake, I think maybe your mic is coming through like your webcam instead of your mic itself on Discord. Because you sounded good on Zoom. Sure. But you didn't.
Okay, hold on.
You sounded good on the Zoom, but I think Discord might be hooked up to a different mic.
I'm gonna check it right now.
Try to put some what gameplay should we put on the screen right now?
Probably the builder. I feel like we're gonna talk about the builder.
All right, bet. That's kind of already here. Put your 6.8 back up, or 6.8 gameplay maybe.
Sure. Yeah, it don't matter.
Where are we at?
Oh, I think it's using my AirPods.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
output.
it
I think
like...
the output, right? Yeah, output wave. Do I sound any better now?
It sounds the same.
You guys hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
We can hear you.
I got you turned up to 200% on Discord, so I don't know if I could turn you up anymore. Unless you could turn your mic up, but the quality, I'm sure the quality is a little bit better on, I'm sure you got a mic there or something. Talk, let me see it.
How does it sound now?
Hey, there we go. Yes, sir.
Yeah, much better. That's awesome.
There we go. All right, hell yeah. That's great.
Okay, you can see that I'm not really the best Discord savvy person out there.
You're good. You're good. I was spending so much time trying to set this whole thing up, so man, it's been a while for me to. I know you just get right in here. It's tough to just get everything right away. I kind of hit you on short notice. We're running late and stuff, so I wouldn't even sweat it, man.
I mean, I heard somebody saying before that they're a little tired, and I was just thinking about how like I haven't been able to sleep since we got back, man. I just
so much
making
work,
these videos, and it's kind of weird because the game is not even out yet, and there's so much content that we're like responsible for. You know, like you want to get to your viewers and make points across and things like that. So I haven't had much sleep either.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, you know, I'm trying to grind. Like, I don't even want to go to sleep personally, but you know, obviously us as humans, we need sleep. But like, man, I'm so excited for this game and all this content that we're allowed to share with everybody. Everybody I'm sure at Community Day is just working around the clock. I know Wolf, I know Fana, I know Laker. Everybody there that I spoke to, I know they're all just like grinding, trying to get this content out. So, you know, there's not much sleep, but man, it's like at times I don't even really want to sleep. I'm just trying to do this. Like, I'm so excited. This game's going to be crazy. Man. This game's going to be crazy for sure. I can't wait to get my hands on retail.
Oh yeah. I can't wait either, man.
So
yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, absolutely. So just general question real quick. Your thoughts on the builder, or anything you want to talk about in the builder, anything that you saw that you might find unique, or I know you dropped a build video I think earlier today. Was that
I did. I went in there with a mission, right? My first mission was, well, really when you play with the builder, the first thing I think people are going to try to do is make their favorite build from 2K22.
Yeah. And
the problem with that is most people's favorite build could do just about everything. They were like walking demigods if you played next gen 2K22.
Right.
And those demigods, you can do a good job of making them again somewhat. But in those categories where you had high 80s before, and that was just good enough for you to get by, you're not going to have access to the badges that actually make it worth it. You know what I mean? So like before, when you had an 85 driving dunk and you had 93 ball and phenomenal defense and things like that,
you could just do everything.
Badges were free. They were just wherever they were, you could just equip them. So now, okay, is like, nah, we're gonna put those badges in a tier.
Yeah.
So it's gonna cost you more to equip those badges. So basically, real slashers are gonna be completely different from a guy with an 85 slashing, drive and dunk. Like he thinks that's gonna get him by, but a real slasher versus someone who's just getting by is gonna look way different.
Right.
Things like that kind of stand out to me. And then it was I also think I think one of the biggest problems though is people are really gonna have to pay attention now to how they make their builds.
Yeah.
You're really gonna have to focus on what kind of badges do you want before you finalize the build.
Right.
I don't think people had to make that the badges were all over the place, so you could just equip them from wherever. So now that there's tiers, you got to kind of look at the badges and say what can you get away with. If you want this build to be a stretch big that can knock down catch and shoot threes, you're gonna literally have to make sure you do the math first, right? When you're looking at the badges, so you're gonna have to.
Yeah. I remember
You can't just apply a low amount of shooting badge points to it, so you're gonna have to really dig into it.
Yeah, I remember because we were sitting right next to each other damn near, and we were talking about like we're doing science over here. We're doing it's a whole math class in that builder, right? It's like it's super intricate, super detailed, and it's tough to figure out the stuff you want to like. It's tough to get everything you want. Everybody's gonna want to have a little bit of everything, and you can kind of do that. But if you want to be effective in that area, you're gonna need those tier 3, tier 2 badges. Is at least my opinion.
If you are a build that has a little bit of everything, like you just said, you're just not going to have high tier 3 badges like
Exactly.
your golden Hall of Fame. And I try my best in today's video to simplify that for people, so that way you're not struggling. But the suggestion I gave to people was, instead of making your favorite do-it-all build from 2K22, just give it a try this year with maybe specializing. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be a slasher and a shooter, give yourself a lot of badges in shooting and slashing.
Yeah.
And then you just won't be that great on defense. You'll be okay. You'll
Yeah.
get by, but maybe you recruit a friend of yours. He's a straight up lockdown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He can
Yeah,
lock
yeah.
up everyone.
For sure.
So you're gonna play a role. Even people say, well, I want to be Kevin Durant. I want to be LeBron James. I love LeBron. He's in phenomenal shape for someone in his 20th year.
Man.
When was the last time you seen him guard everybody? Playing on the perimeter, guarding point guards and guarding centers and power forward. He doesn't do that.
He be taking plays off a little bit now. I ain't gonna lie on defense.
He definitely does.
So when you say I want to be someone who can do it all, not all those guys can do it all. Not even Giannis can do it all. He can hit the occasional 3-ball.
Right.
But he's not raining threes on people and putting people in the post and fading off of them from 45 feet. He's not doing that. You know? So
right.
not everybody can do it all. Not even Kevin Durant. He doesn't guard some of the better bigs in the league. He's a help defender because of his length. He's not going to one-on-one guard a Karl Anthony Towns, you know what I'm saying, or Anthony Davis, even though they're like the same height. So, no, people are not able to do it all. But I know it's a video game and we want to have fun. You will have fun if you have a 95 ball handle and a 95 3-ball. I promise you. You'll just be killing people off the dribble and fading on people or doing pull-ups everywhere. So I think there's a lot to be done. You're going to go crazy. Just kind of focus on what you want to specialize in, man. That's my suggestion.
I think current gen players would be pleasantly surprised because it almost feels like in this builder, right? Like it almost feels like pie charts, right? Yeah. You can only probably have 2 things that are going to be good on your build, or at least really good, and then the other 2 categories are going to have to be so-so. So like in terms of that way, like current gen players might be pleasantly surprised because the builders are somewhat the same. Obviously the badge tiers and the costs are a little bit different, but in terms of how that stuff is weighted, I think it's very similar, or it seems at least similar to kind of how current gen was with the pie charts.
Absolutely. I think the freedom that we had in 22 did allow us to go a little too crazy. It was very difficult to make a bad build in 22, but then there were people that made builds specifically for the park where they were like maybe they had zero out the free throw because they would never use that build to go to the rec center or play pro-am. So that kind of stuff makes sense. You can still make builds that are well-rounded. I made one today. I made 3 actually. It was like LeBron James type builds. And I made it very clear that unless we find out that 2K at hitting legend, you're going to get badge upgrade one level for all your badges like they did it for 2K20. That unless that comes back, running around with bronze and silver, tier 3 badges is not going to be fun. You know what I mean? So, okay, was pretty smart about that. It seems like they really wanted you to earn those badges that really, I call them game-changing badges or game-changer badges because
makes sense.
I mean, we know Limitless Hall of Fame is one of the most essential shooting badges you can have in the game if you're planning on shooting threes. So,
I'm so happy Limitless range is back too. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah. The fact that that's a tier 3 badge, and I mean, sure you can get it at bronze, but how effective is that going to be at bronze? So, and we already know whites are not going in.
Facts.
Not as much as they used to.
Exactly.
We're gonna find. We're gonna see how long that lasts, though.
Yeah. We never know.
I'm wondering how many seasons, before it starts becoming pretty easy to shoot.
Yeah.
I got a bet going right now. I think it's like 3 seasons.
3 seasons.
I got a bet on 3 seasons. I think by season 3 we should be all hitting threes.
That's probably a generous guess there. A lot of people are probably thinking it's probably changing 1 season or like half the season. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
2K is known for overreacting for sure.
But that's the thing, they've been tweeting a lot about, like, play the game and just like don't. They're like, I saw the Czar tweets and they're basically just saying like give the game a chance first. Like you heard, I don't know if you heard, but the chat heard. Fana was in here earlier. Like the game's gonna be different, and people are gonna have to adapt to that. So it's gonna be a completely new game. I can tell you that off rip. It's gonna be a completely new game, and for the people who want the same game, you're not going to be happy. And I can tell you right now, I'm super excited and happy for this new game because, it's going to be a whole new learning curve for everything.
That's what makes it
fun. A lot of it is yeah. I think the adjustment that has to be made is and that's kind of the problem with 2K in some ways, or some ways where, like if you go back to 2K21, couldn't block dunks, right?
Right.
And 2K overreacted in 2K22, and point guards were blocking center dunks, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So anybody could block dunks, right?
Right.
So then you have like, so now we're on 2K23. Everyone was left-right cheesing before. Guys that weren't even really that good at dribbling, that knew how to navigate that right stick properly for certain combos. They were getting away with just speed boosting left, stopping and speed boosting the next way. So now they're gonna have to truly apply some skills to the right stick.
Yeah.
It's not to scare anybody. Like you can actually still do a lot of the stuff you were doing. Maybe not the left-right speed boosting.
Right.
But you could definitely get away with. I mean, you could pull off some amazing dribbles.
Right.
There's been some videos already coming out on that. So a lot of that is still there. You're just gonna have to pick and choose your spots, man. You can't get away with the same bag. Like if you're a one-trick pony. I mean, you can't do it, man. You got to come up with more. And if you can't come up with more, if your bag isn't that deep, you got to use your teammates.
Yeah. And that's the thing with 2K23. Like, you're going to need to have – it's going to be a lot of variety within the game. Whether you're in the rec or whatever you're playing, you're going to see – I feel like you're going to see a lot of variety. It's not just going to be dudes 3 hunting, quick stopping. It's not just going to be – I don't know. You're going to see a lot of different things this year with all these new badges, some of the old badges that – got taken out, got rolled into some other badges. So, like, it's just going to be a whole different experience this year.
So far, it does look like out the gate, season 1, if a shooter is a real shooter, you're going to have to respect that. Like, you can't be playing passing lanes. 22, it felt like everybody was a shooter, right? Yeah. But not everybody was a good passer. So we were baiting the passing lanes the entire game. Well, now, if you bait the passing lanes and they hit them, your closeout is just not that good now. You really have to get out there with, jump out there with triangle or the Y button. And if you let a shooter shoot, he's going to kill you all game. So it's going to be tough, man. I mean, I think season 1 is going to be a very interesting season, to say the least.
And that's one thing we were talking about too, right? Like, those animations on those closeouts are going to be a little bit different if you're not right there already guarding them. Like, if you're late to that closeout, that guard up badge is going to just kick your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. Like, those closeouts are going to be a little bit different. So, you're going to need to be guarding your man tight, especially as someone is playing, like, a 99 sharp or, if they have Hall of Fame limitless range, like, you're probably going to get taken out the game as a defender. Like, you can't play a lane like that because dude is going to be sitting at hash just gunning, especially with all these badges. You know,
Yep.
Limitless,
One of-
Deadeye, Guard Up. You know, Agent 3.
One of my favorite games that I play right now, I mentioned this when I was out there, is I play a lot of Overwatch.
Okay.
And in Overwatch, there's different classes, right? Just like a lot of shooters where you have different classes.
Right.
And each class has a different hero that does something totally different from, other characters. Like they have different weapons, different powers, whatever.
Right.
That's what you're gonna have to think about 2K as now. Like at least it feels like that right now. Until of course someone finds that one build that 2K forgot to patch or fix. It always happens.
It'll probably happen too.
There's always a height with an arm length that 2K forgets to patch. I know my 6'3" point guard in 22 got patched. Oh, he got nerfed. Like you could not make that build again beyond season 4.
Mm-hmm.
So, like if you try to make it again, like you would have a much less pass rating and your defense will be lower. You know what I mean? So you just couldn't do it. So there's probably going to be some goated type builds that people are going to find, and you might have to make them to have them on deck. You know what I'm saying? Before 2K patches them.
Right.
But I think people are gonna want to specialize, man. You know, if you want to make a shooter, make a real shooter.
Right.
You're gonna make a dunker, make a real dunker.
For sure.
You're gonna make a defensive player, make a real defensive player. Just choose one other category that you want to, combine that with. So if you're gonna be a shooter, maybe you want to be a shooter and a slasher.
Yeah.
You still have the freedom. It's not the pie chart entirely. It's not like 2K18 and 19 where you just choose two archetypes.
Right.
You have the freedom.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if you want to have the tier 3 badges in a gold and Hall of Fame, you want to do the right thing and specialize, so that way you can really dominate what you want to dominate in.
For sure. And I think that's a great word that we keep bringing up is specialize, because you're not gonna you can see it on this Wolf build here. Like he specializes in defense, so he gets 31 badges. So, and like in the badge layout, he has 3 badges spent in tier 1, 13 in tier 2, and then 12 badge points spent in tier 3. You're not going to be able to get those 12 badge points spent in tier 3 if you're not specializing into defense. You're going to be stuck with just tier 1 and tier 2 badges. So specialize is definitely a key word when it comes to 2K23. If you want to be a good shooter, like you said, you're going to put a lot into shooting and you're going to have fun with it. If you want to be a dunker, put a lot into dunking and finishing. Make sure you have the badge points you want and you're going to have fun with it. So I definitely agree with that. And I like your point on you kind of compared it to Overwatch, right? It's kind of abilities now, ability based. A lot of games are ability based. Apex now. I know me and Wolf love some Apex and shit. So it's that game is all abilities, and a lot of the games are kind of trending toward that way. You're gonna have certain specialized abilities for your play style.
You want to complement the people around you.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
And if you play something like Overwatch or Apex, there's a certain team chemistry with the different heroes you're using, right?
Right.
You want to have somebody who has a shield in Overwatch, and you want to have somebody who's got healing, the ability to heal. Right. And then you want somebody to DPS, damage per second, somebody to put out a ton of damage and basically kill the enemy, right?
Right.
So this is 2K now. You want to complement your teammates. You don't want to be the guy. You're not going to be the guy that's going to. The really good players will find a way to still be effective everywhere.
Right.
But you're gonna lean on your teammate to get boards for you. You're gonna lean on your other teammate to rain threes for you.
Right.
And you're gonna be the guy that's gonna dunk the ball, or you're gonna be the guy that's gonna be passing the ball. Right. Maybe you're the guy that's getting boards and blocks, but you can knock down the corner 3.
Yeah.
So that's what we do most of the time anyway. Even if you're in ISO, you ISO and shoot. If they give you the lane, you go in for an easy layup. You know what I mean? So you can still do all that kind of stuff. It's just make sure that you specialize, because if you don't and you make a middle tier build, you're going to be disappointed down the road.
Yeah.
Because you're just not going to have the higher tier, golden Hall of Fame badges, and you're just not going to be as effective.
Right.
You'll be a decent shooter, but why do you want to be a decent shooter, decent defender, pretty good slasher, decent, decent playmaker? I'd rather just be an incredible shooter, incredible dunker, or an incredible playmaker. You know what I mean? So,
and I agree with that.
You want to be, at least for season 1, until we figure some things out.
For sure.
Season 1, specialize.
I think,
and that way you'll never feel bad. That build you'll come back to, and you'll be like, hey, I can still use this build. He's got a 95 3 ball.
Exactly. And that's I want to say that too. if you're making your first build, definitely specialize into something that can do something really well. So like you're not missing out and just you hate your build. Like you said, you can come back to it later and you know it can still knock down threes with a 99 three baller. It can still posterize anybody with a 99 dunk. You don't want to make your first build super well rounded. I think you should specialize your first build if you want to have fun in season one, you know, because like you said, we're not going to know the builds or the meta or whatever it is, you know, right away. So if you want your first build, you should make just like definitely specialize into something. I'm not telling you to, you guys obviously do what you want, but me personally, I think you should specialize into some stuff, and you probably have fun with your day one build, and you like you said, you can come back to it, and like I'm not gonna lie, on my Xbox, playing 2K22, I never came back to the first point guard I ever made. I'm not gonna lie to you. The only reason I went back to him was to see how bad it was, and then I was like, all right, cool, I'm off this. So like, definitely specialize.
Not to
sure.
mention, you don't want to be wasting VC. You know, you want to
Facts.
make sure that build's viable for a while. So
That VC ain't cheap all
play
the
it
time.
safe. Play it safe. You know.
Yeah,
Specialize.
for sure. So
Absolutely.
and do you have any thoughts on the defensive shading mechanic? Did you try that out or anything like that with the bars at the bottom?
Actually had some experience with it early on when I first played it about a month ago out in Vegas. When I first saw it, I was kind of confused, but I wasn't confused. I kind of knew what it was trying to do,
Right.
and it's like almost self-explanatory. The way the green lights kind of pop up on the ring or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of saw it that was like what I was kind of sort of, I guess the best way to say is like I was explaining my experience with that firsthand experience out in Vegas. That was the thing that I was talking about when I was saying the 1v1 interactions are incredible, because you on defense you can actually guide that ball handler. You can kind of tell him, push him in the direction you want him to go in, and push him into the pinch.
Right.
Get him away from diving right down the middle and getting that easy lane. So, but maybe I think there's another question you're gonna ask me down the road, but I don't want to lean into it just now. But there's definitely some badges out there that's gonna help you get around that too. So
Right.
again, specializing is gonna make you a monster if you really consider what you can do out there now. So
Definitely.
Speaking of badges, I was gonna ask you, any new badges are you excited to see or try?
that's what I thought. See, I knew y'all was gonna ask me about badges, so I didn't want to. I want to dive into the actual badges.
Absolutely.
Yet.
For sure.
There are 3 badges that I'm most excited about. For sure, I've been doing videos for the last couple weeks on Bully Badge because I had already experienced it. I already knew before they put the trailer out. I saw Bully Badge going crazy when I played it in Vegas, and knowing that exists was different for me. And then I started seeing these animations taking place on the perimeter, and I had to believe that Bully, because I know Bully was supposed to be for interior, like as you're getting, going for a layup or a dunk, and you're, instead of using slithery, which creates separation and allows for a smoother path to the rim, Bully was like, bring it on, bring it on. So I like Bully. I like the Bully badge, but the other badge that I think might work in tandem with that, those of you guys that are listening, people are really listening to this, gonna really get this might be a nugget here, man. I don't know, but Clamp Breaker.
Yes, I was thinking the same
I think
thing.
if you add Clamp Breaker and Bully Badge, it might not be a lot of guys that can slow you down. You know what I mean? Like you might be able to cross them. If you have all your adrenaline boosts, your stamina's up, and you've got a good handle on your dribble, with comparable amount of strength, right? Because you need a certain amount of strength to make bully effective. I mean, if you have silver or gold Bully and Clamp Breaker on gold or something like that, I think because Clamp Breaker works. What I've seen is it breaks the clamps on the perimeter.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I have the badge image on the screen here, and the description of it says improves the player's ability to fight off contact, protect the ball, and drive by opponents as the ball handler. So there you have it. Y'all just been putting on some sauce a little bit.
And if you have those on gold, like you have high ball control and you have high strength,
right?
You're some kind of slasher. It's gonna be very tough. Like if you're not some kind of dribble god, you don't have to be.
Right.
You can just cross the guy up. If you're using screens, I mean the center that has to pick you up as you're driving to the rim is gonna have a hard time, man. So
Sure.
I think those two badges stand out for me the most. And then my third final favorite badge I want to try is MIDI Magician. I did a Jordan video for the Jordan challenges before the actual 2K23 gameplay that we got a chance to experience. And I was just practicing with Michael Jordan, like a 99 version of him. I was doing everything Michael was known for. The jab steps, the pump fakes with the palm in his hand,
Right.
spin moves, the post up, where that was a big difference between his and Kobe's game, where he didn't do a lot of pump faking. He just
Right.
either spun right or spun left immediately, like incredibly lightning fast speed for a guy 6'6",
Yeah.
leaping at the height that he was leaping at. If you play with Michael Jordan in the Jordan challenges and you really experience that, MIDI Magician and fade ace, the post fades and things like that, I think it's going to be very, very, very tough this year. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to try that out too. MIDI Magician, that's something new. I want to try that.
Yeah, I know me and Wolf were talking too. MIDI Magician, earlier in the stream too, we were speaking about it. He's got a 6'8", max wingspan, but he's got, like an 80 mid range, and man, you could probably cook up still. He doesn't have a lot of dribbling, right? So you're gonna be posting up, doing what you specialize in, and you can hit those middies, hit those post fades. You're probably gonna be knocking some of those down, especially being a taller player. You're gonna just shoot right over. I had another question too. Someone in our chat earlier, forget his name, but he was asking if you could make like a 6'5" or 6'6" Jordan or Kobe build. So do you have any tips for him on what you would, maybe some attributes you'd look for when making your build, like what you want to go up first or whatever, something like that?
Yeah. So we were kind of rushed when we were at the My Player Builder for obvious reasons. You only have one day to sit down, and it's really not a day. It's an evening or an afternoon, right?
Exactly.
And then there's friends, there's cool people, there's YouTubers, there's content creators, there's some like celebrity Master P individuals walking around.
Crazy.
So you're constantly being distracted. So no way. I said it in my video. I doubt that anybody's gonna make a goated build, in a rushed environment like that.
For sure.
And it's a season 1 build too. If you make whatever builds we're talking about, these are season 1 builds. Now, when we get home and we sit down and we really dive into the My Player Builder, we might come out with some amazing builds. But all of these builds are still not going to be as good as the builds are going to be in season 5.
Guaranteed.
Because 2K gives us more badges, like they did in 22. Your build's actually getting better over time the more you're grinding, right?
Right.
Yep.
So season 1 build is still not going to be that incredible in most cases. But I tried to make the 6'6", right? And I wanted to make them all balanced. I tried to make them as close to my overpowered 6'6" demigod build in 2K22.
Right.
And I found that being balanced the way I had him just doesn't make him as effective with regards to the badges. The badges just have such a huge impact on the game.
Right.
They create new animations. So if I was gonna make a suggestion to somebody who want to make a Kobe build, pick the things that you think Kobe was the best at, or the 2 things that you think that you loved about his game more than anything else. Sure, he was first team all defense. Maybe you want to have 75s on defense rather than 85s and 90s. Maybe you have a teammate that's just incredible on defense. But the thing you really want to have for Kobe is his pull-up, right? His pull-up. You want to have his pull-up and you want to have his fades, right?
Absolutely.
So I would max out I would give him a 95 midi and a 93 ball, or 95 midi and an 85 3 ball.
Right.
This way you can still hit the catch and shoot 3 or pump fake and if you're wide open you're gonna knock down 3s. But his game is really in the mid-range area, and then you can go crazy with the slashing, right?
For sure.
So technically you could play like all your highlights will look like Kobe. You just won't be locking people down. When someone shows Kobe highlights in 2K, they're not showing them locking people up. That's not what they're doing it for. So you're not Pat Beving this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're not Kawhi Leonarding. You're trying to be Kobe. So if you're trying to be Kobe, your slashing game up, get their shooting game all the way up,
Right.
and go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Go crazy. And when you get the game, you're able to. You can just make a fake build. I did this last year. Just make a build that you know you're not going to really use, and go screenshot all of the requirements for jump shots, dunk packages,
Yep.
things like that, and then make sure that you have Kobe's dunk packages. So that way you have the right dunk level that you need, dunk rating,
For sure.
things like that. So I
Yeah.
would do that. That way you
So-
would really feel like Kobe.
For sure. And all those little shameless plugs. So, NBA2KLab.com. Soon enough, we're going to have all the descriptions, all the badge descriptions, everything you need for signature requirements, dribbling, dunking. So that should be on the website. I don't know if it's on there just yet. But yeah, we're going to have all that information, bro. So we're the one-stop shop if you need to. You might not have to go screenshot everything. So we're going to have everything right there for you. But that was just my shameless plug. That was just my shameless plug.
Make everybody's lives easier for sure.
That was just my shameless
No, for
plug.
sure. Go to 2K Labs. You guys do a phenomenal job. I think everybody's aware of that by now. Should be. Even
Appreciate
me.
you.
Even me.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
So I have another question. This is one I didn't send you. So what's your thoughts on tier 1 bronze badges, right? Because some of them you can get for free, right? I don't know if you noticed that.
Absolutely.
Not free, but they require 1 badge point, but they require no attribute threshold. Like some of the badges you didn't need, like right here, right? Claymore on the screen. It says, tier 1 badge or clutch shooter. Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't even know what's playing right now. Anyways, yeah. So like, you need some of these badges on bronze. You need no attributes to get them. Like I had my 6'5" sharp had bronze box out beast, and I had like basically no rebound. It was a free badge I could get. It cost 1 point, but free in terms of you don't need any attributes within rebounding to get it. I don't think. I could be saying that wrong, but you get the point. There's badges here that literally it just says no requirement. So like I was wondering if you think, what's your thoughts on the tier 1 free bronze badges, and then do you think you'll need, for those bronze badges to even be effective, you probably would need some attributes, right? Like it's not going to be.
Are you talking? You said tier 1 bronze badges or tier 3?
Well, tier 1,
Yeah.
because they require no requirements on the. So I have 0 points in shooting, mid range nothing, 3-point nothing, and there's a lot of these badges in tier 1 that say to get bronze it costs 1 point and it has no requirement. So I'm wondering.
Right.
How is that going to work out? I don't think, because in previous 2Ks, right, that you had the chase down, which you need a 57 block to get bronze, unlock the animation, and you just go crazy, right? So this year I made a little 6'5" sharp, and I wanted to see if I could get those same chase downs. I gave him 59 block. He had silver chase down, and I was not getting no blocks. And that was, like I said, I went to silver to try it out, but the bronze chase down was free for, it required no block. I could have just got bronze chase down with no block requirement. But I went to silver and I wanted to try it out and I wasn't getting no block. So I personally think that even if you have a bronze badge, you're still going to need attributes that supplement it for it to be effective. And I was wondering what your thoughts, if you think that some of the bronze badges are going to be good like that, and tier 1 at least.
I'm in agreement with you on that. You're going to definitely need attributes. Attributes are the catalyst to the badge. The badge is what creates. Usually, badges are like when you apply the badge, it now activates. Most cases, it activates animations. All right. So like if you use the hustle badge, I think it was, or is it just the one where it's a loose ball
Workhorse, I think. You're talking.
Yeah, there you go.
That's this year, yeah.
Yeah, this year. What was it last year though?
It's like Hustler or something.
What the badge? Yeah, it was Hustler. Hustler was the badge.
Yeah, there you go. That's why I said hustle.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
this year it's different now, right? So nonetheless, the point I'm making is it activates those animations, right? Without the badge on, you're not going to see those animations. People need to know that 2K buffs and nerfs badges all the time.
Yep.
If they feel like a badge is being overwhelmingly exploited, for example, interceptor badge, right? Remember interceptor badge Hall of Fame? You were getting interceptions. Those are animations without pushing a button.
Those left trigger steals were deadly.
Right.
Yeah.
There were times I would get an interception and I'm like, I mean, my teammates gave me praise.
Yeah.
I lived with it.
Sure.
I pretended like I did that.
I'll take it. Yeah.
That was me. That was me. I made this build, so
Facts.
he should be able to be. Nah, those are animations that are activating because the badge is now activated, right?
Right.
And there's tiers to those badges that activate even more animations.
For sure.
So you turn off posterizer, you're just not going to see that many You're probably not going to see any of the good posterizing animations. It's not
Right.
going to activate as much.
Yeah.
So if you put on a badge that doesn't have the attributes though, like a catalyst to actually, activate those badge animations, it's probably not going to happen pretty
Right.
much at all. I mean, it's probably not going to happen often enough for it to be effective.
For sure.
There might be some that are more passive, like there's some badges that pertain to shooting a certain amount of shots, or some defensive badges where it's just area effective, like where you're just close to the defender or the shooter or something like that. But most cases, if it's animation, if it activates animations, or if it protects you, for example, blinders and things like that, or badges that like Deadeye or whatever. I think Deadeye has been moved down a tier or two. I don't know if they were if it was in tier 3. But yeah, if you get certain badges like that and you don't actually have the attributes for it, it's not really going to be that effective. Now, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, again, 2K, they buff and nerf badges all the time. Y'all
Right.
should be aware of that.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They definitely do. Because I felt like I had a 99 dunk build last year in 2K22, and I didn't feel like it was as good towards the end of the year. I'm not going to lie to you. But at the beginning of the year, the first few seasons, man, I was having so much fun. And I still was having fun, but I could tell, it was definitely probably a little too overpowered. So it was like, we'll tone it down a little bit. So,
That's when you're going to have fun, man. Make a build that has a ridiculous attribute level where like a 95, 99. 95 to 99 makes you elite. Like, that's these are goated numbers, right?
Right.
Yep.
So, because when you have a 95 driving dunk, even if you have a 95 and you get in the lane and score, your attributes are going up as you build in takeover. So you're gonna realize that your attributes are. And what I've been told, it goes beyond the threshold of what you can visually see on screen. So if you have a 99 driving dunk and you're in takeover, you pretty much have like 110 takeover,
Right.
or 110 dunk rating. So
Yep.
these are things that people are unaware of. So, I mean, I think if you have elite attributes, you can definitely go crazy for sure.
For sure. I agree with that completely. Now, so that build video you dropped, I personally didn't watch it yet, but is that the build you're creating day one?
That can't be my day one build. It can't.
Okay.
That in that video, if
Maybe
you listen to the tone sort of my voice, it's kind of like saying, this is a good build,
Right.
right?
Yeah. I watched it, so yeah, I know.
This is like a lot of people are really
Gotcha.
feeling it. It's really like the first one, I think, and the last one, because I really showed 3 versions of the same sort of LeBron-like build, right?
Right.
It came out as shades of Paul George, shades of LeBron James, and then I think it was like I can't remember who the other one was. It was another, or shades of Jason Tatum. So
Yep.
make a 6'8" build, and you can modify it a few ways. I liked the build. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a good build. I mean, I was blocking shots. I get boards.
Yeah.
I could get the occasional catch and shoot 3. Because I had bully badge on, you really couldn't slow him down on the perimeter. I just do one crossover, and now you're riding my shoulder, and then it's
Right.
just I'm all the way to the rim.
Easy.
Either it's a dunk or a layup.
Yeah.
And his pass rating was an 82, so I could easily kick out. So this is a build that is well rounded. I
Right.
also had like a 93 driving dunk and an 85 standing dunk, and post control was like a 90 at one point. So you're talking about a build that is pretty dope. It could be. I think it might be a build that I might actually create and just don't put no attributes to them and just wait and see.
Yeah.
See how things are
Yeah.
progressing over time. Can I get by with gold slashing badges and everything else be silver? You know what I'm saying? Can I get by with that? Like all the other tier 3 badges and all the other categories are silver.
Right.
But with some silver badges in the past 2Ks, that was actually pretty effective. So what if 2K tells us that when you hit legend, it's like 2K20, they give everybody 1 badge level upgrade.
Be crazy.
So if you had gold badge, it goes Hall of Fame. guys remember that in 2K20 if you hit legend?
Yeah, that was I
Yeah,
did not,
yeah.
but I definitely seen those builds, and that type of upgrade for legend was like absolutely nuts,
It was insane.
crazy.
So what if hitting legend this time around is only in season 6, right? So you gotta go level 40 in 6 seasons now, and then they give you one badge upgrade. Now, for all that grinding you're doing, that'd be worth it. At
Yeah.
least for me.
For sure.
And if that build that I made is mid tier, pretty much, he's got a bunch of 80s, high 80s, really good at slashing though. All of a sudden, my silver badges go gold.
Crazy.
Now he's got the 6 extra badges he's earned throughout the seasons. If they still give us one extra badge, plus whatever other extra badges they might give us to replace college, if college is still there or not or whatever. I mean, that could be 10 badges right there on the table. On top of your badges going up a level, then that build will be absolutely insane.
Absolutely. No
Your
question.
builds that already have Hall of Fame, tier 3 badges will not be as incredible anymore. That's what I mean by season 1. You can't say it's goated because the mid-tier builds that we're seeing, that we're saying, hey, they only have silver tier 3 badges, they might all of a sudden become goated builds. If that's the case, 2K has done it before, is all I'm saying. They've done it before.
Right.
So not to say they won't do it again.
For sure.
You never know. The legend reward for 2K22, if you weren't there, if you just picking up 2K for the first time ever,
Oh man.
wasn't that hot. It
Oh,
wasn't,
man.
Nah, it was not.
it wasn't that good.
A little underwhelming, I won't lie, but
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it, but it wasn't that hot.
that's all we
Pretty
gotta
awful,
say.
actually.
Right. But
So,
going back to your
yeah.
point, I want to talk about, you were saying like some silver badges could even be pretty good. I had like I keep talking about the sharp I made, but it was 6'5", and I got just enough to get silver quick first step. And I'm not gonna lie, I still feel like I was kind of moving, especially like not just regular moving, but like off the speed boost, like I could get a little space, and like I was fading off
Yes.
that. You call a little screen, like even with my 6'5", like I said, it's dead near max weight. Like that's just what I made. It wasn't like a my build that I'm gonna make or whatever. I'm just testing around, playing around with some of the builds. But like I said, max weight. I think I had roughly 80 speed or something, and I had silver quick first step. And say you call a screen and you just take that one dribble move, that one speed boost that way, you can hit a fade. I had 99 3-point, like that's gonna be a bucket. But I felt like silver quick first step actually felt pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I think silver badges could be pretty
you do
good.
a crossover like between your legs and then cross back the opposite direction. It's like a speed boost. I mean, it's a legit speed boost. It's
Right.
pretty fast.
Yeah,
Then you
absolutely.
can literally pull up on the hash or stop and pop the hash, or act like you're driving, then just do a step back and you'd be wide open anyway. So
Right.
there's some definite. I mean, silver. 2K22 for instance, they buffed silver unpluckable.
Right.
Yeah.
Earlier
That was
in
a
the
big
year,
one.
If you had earlier in the year in 2K22, if you had silver unpluckable with a small forward, because we all made those small forwards or power forwards that we made in 2K21 that was dunking on everybody, that could do everything. So
Right.
we made the same build in 2K22, but he got punished in season 1 because he only had silver unpluckable.
Right.
You were getting 4 or 5 turnovers in the first half if you thought he was bringing the ball up.
Steals were crazy
In the
too,
rec
though.
center.
Yeah, not to mention the
So-
pickpocket got nerfed too. When you said that,
Yeah.
Hall of Fame
Yep.
pickpocket got.
Nigga, I probably make
That changed everything in 2K22.
I probably make
So
a
when
spot
they
up
buffed
spot up that
their
could fade.
badges,
fading up
silver badges, they
and a
might
hop
just say,
shot,
like,
you know
man,
what
this
I'm
badge
saying?
is not getting that much love, or it's not activating properly, or
Hell yeah, that's what I think I'm
there's
gonna
some
make.
builds out there that could really benefit from silver quick first step and it'll make the game a little bit more fun. Let's just check it out. Let's buff it for season 2 and see what happens. And then the community starts going crazy and we start enjoying the game even more. So it happens, man. So you guys saw what happened when they nerfed Interceptor Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Some people were upset about it, but it actually made the game a little better. When they nerfed Pickpocket, after season 1, 2K22, Pickpocket was insane.
Wild.
I do the top 10 plays where there was a clip that was sent to me where the ball changed possessions
Nigga,
like
you need
9
to watch
times.
it, bro. You're gonna be trash. You don't
About
watch
20
this. You're gonna make
seconds.
a garbage build, boy. You're
It
gonna
was
be
the most insane thing. I
you're
should
gonna
have
be
put it on
booty
TikTok.
cranky.
It was that crazy.
you're gonna be trash cranky.
Like
You
that
make a
could
guard,
happen
you're
in
gonna be
season 1
trash.
back then. It couldn't happen in season 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So You
You
get
gonna make the
buffs
wrong
and
build,
nerfs
watch.
badges all the time. If you have a
Sure.
silver badge and you're using it properly and it's effective now,
You gonna make the
never know
wrong
what's
build,
going on.
watch.
I'm just trying to look for some different B-roll here for everybody in here. I'm gonna put on the screen some shooting. If you want to talk about shooting at all, I'm gonna put some shooting on the screen. I made this 99 3-point build. I was talking about it. I was just hitting from deep, man. Like hash and beyond. I hit 6 threes in a row. I got like an achievement for it. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt. It was in a My Player tester. You know you can't always.
No.
You gotta take.
I
it
will
with a sword,
validate
but-
what you're talking about. I'm gonna talk about shooting. Real
I'm not
quick.
gonna
With
beat
that,
EU, nigga. I've been streaming the
I
East
said it
lately.
in like 3 videos.
I
The
haven't even
catch
been
and
playing the
shoot
EU, bro.
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
in stage. I mean, I've been in the East
overpowered.
last
It
week,
just
bro. All
is.
my streams
You
I've been East.
Is
I
it
don't be
really
EU no
overpowered though?
more.
If you have a 99 3 ball, I was using Klay Thompson with the Golden State
Look
Warriors.
at my streams I've been East now, bro.
I just wanted to test it out, see what would happen if I just kind of stood beyond, like in the the hash, the deep hash,
Right.
limitless range, and I was just passing it to him and catching and shooting it. I started doing it with Zach LaVine, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker. I even showed the
You ain't gonna
devs.
drop
I was
nobody
like,
off.
hey,
Your guard's gonna
yeah,
be
I've already
trash,
hit like
boy.
10 of these.
Yeah.
Wait
You
till
gonna be
y'all
trying
play
to
with
do that
Anthony
left, right,
Edwards.
cheese all day and just lose all the
Edwards has
stamina.
a phenomenal 3-point rating. I
Watch.
think it's like a 90.
Wow.
Or it
You
might
gonna
be like
need screens,
high,
boy.
like an 89 or a 90.
Right.
And then he's also got like a 90s, high 90s dunk rating, like a 95 dunk rating or something.
For sure.
Crazy.
He's a problem.
He's definitely a
Anthony
problem.
Edwards.
Nah, nigga, I just
He's
feel
definitely
myself
my
when I
pick
go over there.
for the future of this league in a lot of ways. But he is an absolute problem, man. So yeah, man, you can catch and shoot threes with as long as
My
especially
mic don't
against
work,
the
man.
AI.
I mean, my
That's probably how you're
headset
gonna get
right
most of
here.
your badges.
Hold
You
on.
just stand there and catch and shoot them. If you're playing rec or if you're playing pro am, you know Wolf is a
No,
league
nah,
player,
nigga.
right? Am I mistaken?
No, you're right.
Wolf?
Yeah, you got that.
Oh, I know you're a league player, so I just want you to chime in. That's
Gonna be a
so
green
valid what I'm
machine.
saying.
You gonna need to
wake
get
up.
carried, boy,
Dust
because
your
you're gonna be
shoulders
so
off a
trash in that
little
guard,
nah.
losing energy.
I know league guys are not
You're
going
gonna
to
be
just let
passing the ball
people
to me
shoot
all
at
the time.
hash, right? So you may see people running off ball screens. You might see people you might start seeing people run some floppy offenses. You know, just randomly in the rec center. You know,
Right.
just setting off ball screens might be the wave. Get those elite shooters open, and you don't have to feel like you're a role player.
You heard
I
him,
know
right?
I've
You gonna
heard
need them
that-
off-ball
that
screens.
term being thrown around at the event. I heard it thrown around a couple times. Reggie Miller was a star player for his team, and he prior to Ray Allen and now Steph Curry, he was the leading 3-point shooter in the NBA, and that's what he did. It wasn't like he played excellent defense and he was this amazing playmaker like Magic Johnson. He wasn't no like incredible dunker like Michael. He just shot threes.
Right.
And he was not a role player. So you're not
That's
a
a great
role player
point.
if you specialize in something to where you can truly dominate with it. And if you have a high 90s 3-ball, you can absolutely dominate the game, and people will look at you like, yo, we're playing against that shooter, man. Here we go.
Right.
It's a problem. Don't let them get open, man. And it's gonna happen.
Right.
People can't not let you get open. You know, so
Nah,
that happen.
definitely. And like as you can see in these clips, I literally said like I green 6 in a row. I already green 3 in a row. But we were chopping it up, like I said, before the event, and that was like one of the things you said, like, you know, role players, but you know, not actual role players, but you know, when you play your role, you're gonna need role players, and you know, they can be really, really freaking good. So
That boy greening, boy. That's what I'm gonna
definitely,
make, boy.
I'm just shooting
Watch.
ridiculous in here. It wasn't every game wasn't like this, what you're seeing on the screen, but you know, catch and shoot, just off ball type of stuff. Curry's one of the best off ball players, if not the best off ball shooter in the entire history of the NBA. Like, you know, maybe 2K sees that and they're like, you know, we need more off ball action. You know, we just see the point guard dribbling the ball the whole time, and that's not fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? For the other 9 people on the court, and especially for the lock. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I really think they're trying to push more off ball movement, more team play. So this year,
Definitely are, especially if you tie in the adrenaline boost.
right?
You know, like you pretty much get 3 explosive moves per possession, so you can't, you know, you can't just sit there and spam for 24 seconds and try to, you know, get open. It's not gonna work this year. So
There comes a time eventually with all games.
It's gonna be hard for the
where you
twos,
have
boy.
to eventually
Niggas gonna
elevate
struggle on the
the
twos.
difficulty of your game. If you go back to the earliest Call of Duties, they're pretty easy to play. And the game has gotten harder over the years. Like it just has the maps, the guns, the weapons you attach onto them. Things get harder. You know, if you go back and play Titanfall 1 and compare that to Apex Legends, one game is actually like just the gun game itself is harder. You know, so games are getting more difficult. And 2K it's not that it's just difficult, but 2K22 got to a point where some people started feeling like, hey, it's super easy, and the skill gap wasn't really there. You know, like anybody, like I could say to you, hey man, you're a beast 5'10" point guard. Do I really feel like you're a beast 5'10" point guard? No, I just feel like you have the 5'10" point guard, and I just don't have one.
Right.
Right. It's the build, not the player.
They got 99 speed, 99 3 ball. Yeah, like
I
you obviously gonna hit. So.
Yeah, I told a friend of mine the other day. He said, "Hey man, do you think I'll be able to make my 6'10" build again? Do you remember how good he was, or whatever? Should I make that build, or was that a good build to try to make?" And I told him, I was like, "That build was alright." And everybody laughed, and the party was a big party. He was like, he was his favorite build. He was like, "You think I should make that build again, man? Should I try it?" The build was going crazy. I was like, "That build was alright."
Yeah.
and he felt disrespected at first, but I said, well, what would you rather me say? The build was or you was you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I say the build is that means you were so good that you made the build better. Like you made the build better.
Right.
So the other way around would be that the build is better than you are. You know what I mean? So there really was a situation like that 2K was facing, where there are some builds that make bad players seem a lot better. And I'm not considering myself a good player, like this phenomenal, great player. I think I'm gonna cut above a lot of the average players. But at the end of the day, I had that sneaky suspicion that if I made a 5'10", I could go crazy just like those guys, right? Like whoever was using that build. Right. I chose to create builds to defeat it. You know what I mean, rather than to beat it.
Yeah.
Because I was still getting the same number of. I would look at people's win-loss record, and I'd be like, "You're 5'10", and your win-loss record is worse than mine." You know what I mean? So mine is in. You know, I finished 22 on Xbox with like a 90%, either 88 high 80s%. You know what I'm saying? Like 89 or 90%. So, and I would see these guys losing a lot. So at the end of the day, I get it, but I'm just saying, you know, 2K was facing that situation where the game was too easy for the casual player to just pick up and dominate people. Right. And some people might say, well, it's a video game. So is Overwatch. So is Apex. Right. You're just gonna pick up Apex, just literally start winning games?
Nah, don't work like that.
Nope. Are you gonna play platinum tier, diamond tier level, mastery tier level in Overwatch and just assume you're gonna win? These guys will absolutely mop the floor with you. Are you gonna get into MLG games and Call of Duty and just assume you're just as good as them? I understand that the average 5'10" player from 2K22 can't just walk in and play Wolf in his squad in a league game and expect to win. Right. But at the same time, in their mind, thinking they can.
Right.
Yeah.
At least they thought they could.
Yeah, so. And that's the thing with this game too. It's gonna be a big learning curve. That's something we were saying earlier too. Like, there's a lot that goes that they did with this game that we don't even have the half of it yet. We really don't. We got to spend 7 hours at Community Day, but we don't even know the half of it. Everybody might think they got something, but as soon as the game comes out, you already know everybody else is gonna find out something completely different. Like we were only just a few of the people we got to try it, and I'm humble and grateful for that. But you already know everybody else that gets their hand on the game on day one retail, like they're about to go crazy and find something even better. I can guarantee you that. Just this sheer amount of people that are going to be in the builder trying to figure out the new meta or the new glitch, like what's going on. So, but there's so much to this. I don't think it's going to happen that quickly, to be honest. There's so much to this game, and the builder is so detailed and intricate with all the heights. They made weight different, strength is different now. Like, there's just so much stuff, and I think it's great because they're making the game different, so people need to relearn the game. That's something Fan was saying. We're gonna need to relearn the game and grind the game if you want to be good. We're not just gonna
do the core badges. Man, it's so many layers.
There's a lot of layers.
The gameplay with the adrenaline boost. It's so many layers in this new 2K. That's why I think people are so excited for it, man. It's completely
Dribble gods are gonna save the day for all the people that feel like the adrenaline boost is gonna be a problem. I've already seen the dribble gods are already on it. I mean, at least a few of them were at the event, and they already put out videos showing some of the dribbles. You can still go crazy with the dribbles. There's gonna be guys that are post hook kings, right? Post hook king.
Right.
There's gonna be guys that are gonna be posting up and fading on people. There's gonna be guys that are hitting pull ups. You just can't stop them. There's gonna be guys, raining threes from deep. Guys playing incredible defense. There's some exotic builds you can make now with long arms and still
Right.
have a high 3-point rating.
For sure.
So there's always that one build, man. There's always one or two builds that 2K is gonna have to patch down the road because they neglected the 6'9" with 7'3" wingspan for some reason. That particular and with 240 pounds or 210 pounds, some way, some shape or form. There's always that one build that they forgot to tweak properly, and it just happens to be able to equip more badges than everything else. And you're gonna see some, build out there with max arm length or something going crazy. And so, so there's gonna be some exotic builds. There's gonna be a lot to do this year. I'm in it for the road, man. I every year I pick an NBA player that I'm inspired by. I definitely want to try to make a Michael Jordan build because it's his year.
Right.
So that's one that I'm going to try. And, I'm going to kind of go from there, man. Tracy McGrady was one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
Would love to be able to make a 6'8".
T-Mac build would go crazy.
And dunk. Yeah. Skinny,
sure.
long arms, that kind of stuff. Well, not really skinny. Tracy was pretty ripped too, but at the end of the day, man, there's a lot that I want to choose from. I'm gonna do my very best to link up with you guys.
Absolutely.
And
Please do.
Share information, get the knowledge, and and share it with the people, man. So I think we're in for a fun year.
I think we're gonna see a lot of variety this year. That's something I've been saying too. We're gonna see a lot of variety. And real quick, how I was saying how I had silver chase down, right? I stopped this clip here because I didn't know exactly where it was, and now I just came across it. But so I got silver chase down here, and Anthony Edwards is going to dunk the ball. This is just something to observe real quick. 2K22, this is a block. Guaranteed, right? Even with bronze chase down, 2K22, this is a block right here. No question. But Anthony Edwards, I think since he has such a high dunk rating, it's going to overpower my silver chase down with my little 59 block. And that's something they were tweeting. Dunks are going to be a little harder to block this year. Like, you can pull off a bigger repertoire of your dunks. So people aren't just equipping quick drops off one. People aren't just equipping, whatever the dunks that they use, like one hand athletic or whatever, just the simple dunks that people was using because you're like, hey, I'm not trying to get blocked here, so I'm just gonna keep the ball in front of me and I'm gonna just play it safe. Like what I'm saying, like this clip right here just shows, and this is on pro. Like on pro, I should be getting that block, right? But no, like I don't have a high enough block. I probably don't have a high enough badge for it as a silver rating, and he's way too good of a dunker. So that's something I think people got to keep in mind. If someone has more attributes that counters whatever attribute, like, Anthony Edwards has a great dunk, I don't have a great block. So since he's way higher dunk than my block, like, I'm probably not going to get that unless I was maybe a lock with, 90 block or something. If he has 90 dunk, I'm probably going to have obviously I'm going to have a way better chance. But like I said, in 2K22, this is a guaranteed block right here. Guaranteed. And there's another clip, I think, in this footage somewhere where it was pretty close chase down. But that's the closest thing I got to chase downs getting nerfed. But I just wanted to bring that point up, a little side note. But yeah, man, definitely gonna need to people are gonna go crazy if you don't have the right defense or you get the right defenders on your team. Like it's gonna be crazy.
When you get time, if you get a chance to peep my video, I even asked some of the devs to peep it just to make sure
You
I
can
wasn't
pull it up
making
right
any
now
mistakes.
if you want.
Well, I was just saying, when you get a chance to see it, you'll see that this all-round build that I made, this pretty balanced build, I was getting a lot of blocks, like getting blocks, boards. I didn't really dive too deep into the dribbling because I obviously can't choose your own animations.
Right.
A little 3v3, but it was still pretty cool that I could do a momentum dribble, stuff like that. And,
right.
I can imagine being able to pull off some really cool animations. You may not be that fast, but at least you could do some things. So what up, too? But I just thought it was really cool that I got a couple blocks that were, on the way up too. Like they said,
I seen
really
it.
couldn't
It was
get
the one you talking about on the baseline when you blocked them from behind. I think it was
yeah, Andrew Wiggins trying to go baseline,
yeah.
and I blocked him on the way up. He kind of beat me to the rim in a way, but I was just in a good position right behind him. So what up? And the ball tracking was there, And then the next possession, Andrew Wiggins went behind his back with a park dribble and dunked on me.
Yep.
My guy actually took a swing at the ball. I didn't mention it in the video, but if you look at my guy's left arm, he actually takes a swing at the ball. And I thought that was really interesting because he made an attempt to block that at the rim. Whereas previous 2Ks, you might just see your man just with his arm out, just like he's like jumping, but he's not really attacking the ball. But like it looked like my guy tried to knock the ball out of his hands, but it didn't work. And so things like that, man, it's pretty interesting. I have some friends that are going to make some well-rounded builds, and again, they might turn out to actually be very good. I'm just simply saying, season 1, be on the safe side, specialize. Specialize so that way you're having fun. If you want to be a ball handler,
in the chat actually donated 10 and asked a question. Like you said, do you recommend I make a pure lockdown 6'8" to 6'10" and attempt to bully on twos when majority of players will have weak builds and my teammate will be a guard heavy on offense? And you hit it right in the noggin. Like, you want to specialize early, man. I think that's a great idea. And if you have that teammate where you could pair up and he's got he's gonna get you all the buckets and you don't gotta do too much rather than slip and set a screen. Hey, bro, I think that's a great build to have in season 1.
Absolutely. Sure. That's exactly what I'm saying, man. Your season 1, bully people. Just specialize and bully people. If you experiment too much and you're trying to figure it out, seeing if you could do well with an 82 3 ball with a shooting guard, and you're just because everything else is 80s and 85s, and you're just like, I'm doing all right, I made a good balanced build. Just saying, like, it might not work out for you, but it will work out for you if you have high ratings. And if you want to, just think of it like classes, man. If today you want to ball handle and dribble, bring out your playmaker. And then if the next day you want to get into posterizing people, bring out your dunker. I know everybody's tight for cash, man. This is not the kind of economy that we're all just throwing money around, throwing money into 2K. But at the same time, nobody I know ever made just one build.
Right. So, I know I had the game on both consoles, and I had maxed out my builder files on each one. So, I definitely spent my fair share of money, and yeah. That's all I'm gonna say.
Even if you make one type of build, like you say, okay, I'm gonna make a 6'6", then it doesn't work out. Then you want to make a new 6'6". That's what people do. We're like, oh man, I missed the threshold. I put an 81 vertical, not an 82 vertical.
Right.
I already put the VC to him, and now he can't get elite dunks. So then what do? You keep the build, and then you delete it. But then you make another build, and you make them better than the last time.
Right.
That's painful when that happens.
It happened to me.
Yeah.
It happened to me. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I made the 6'9", glitch build or whatever. I forgot to give him the vertical for the dunks. I'm an idiot, but it is what it is.
Yep.
It is what it is. So I was like, I have to make another one or just rock out with what I got. But I definitely hear that for sure.
Yep. So it's gonna be a fun grind, man. I think people are gonna enjoy the game. I started enjoying weird things about the game, man. Like I put on that one camera on the court cam, and I remember being a kid going to the arcades where I used to live, and just going to the arcade. Like, it was an arcade on the outside of the pizza store, outside of the pizza place where I used to live around the corner, and they had a game called Run and Gun, man. And I saw this camera, I was like, yo, this reminds me of Run and Gun, man. So I just, like a little kid again, man. I was playing the career mode or the Jordan challenges.
Yeah.
With that cam on. So it's stuff like that, man. It's a new game. I'm excited about some of the information that's coming out. Some of you guys don't notice. Some of you guys should know that the city information is coming out tomorrow. So
definitely
heard some really good news about that.
That's gonna be exciting to see for sure. I'm excited to see that.
Yep.
I'm playing on both gens this year, man. I kind of been neglecting the current gen or old gen for the last couple years, and I don't want to do that this time around, man. I want to try to make builds on both.
Right.
So we're doing a lot of talking about the tier system on next gen. I'm hearing that the old gen version doesn't have the tier system. It's like 2K22 builder. So if that's the case, we might have some crazy builds on old gen and might just be able to have the same kind of fun over there.
Right.
It's not that much different in terms of or at least last year wasn't that much different in terms of the graphics and the overall fun factor. So if you want to have fun, you might be to play that one too, and
For
just
sure.
have more locations to have fun in.
Definitely.
Definitely. Definitely.
You got any last thoughts or closing remarks or anything else that you want to touch upon or?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, man, if you guys give it a shot, you're just gonna have fun with it if you're someone who really enjoys 2K anyway, and you like things to be different. You like things to be something. It's like discovering a new island. You know what I mean? Or discovering something new. Like
Right.
that's kind of how it is, man. That's the thing that draws me to it is like the whole idea of this whole new environment that we're going to be playing in, and grinding for brand new badges again, making new builds that we never thought we could make before.
Yeah.
And there's always all kinds of things you want to try out, man. So have fun with it, and just
sure.
enjoy the grind, man. That's all I can say.
The number one thing is definitely have fun and specialize your first build, right? So
Big
Sure.
Don't waste that VC money, man.
right, make something you're gonna have fun with.
You're
and
not
go
gonna
back
waste
to.
VC if you make a build with a 99 driving dunk. You can
Right.
always come back to that build in season 5 and be like, yo, I just want to posterize the hell out of somebody today.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So if you make a pure lock, you'll always be able to go back to that pure lock. That's a safe build.
For sure.
A solid center like that too. There's a lot of safe builds out there. You can make those builds and definitely go crazy still.
I can see defense being pretty fun this year, just as much as shooting or dunking and all that stuff. So, hey,
Give
Shake,
'em hell, man. Give 'em
Yeah.
hell.
man, a pleasure to have you on the stream, bro. Humbled and honored to have you here. It's definitely like a wild, to even think about. We got Shake on the stream, but definitely want to say
man, OG.
the GOAT, man. We appreciate you for sharing your thoughts and everything you thought about the game. It was a pleasure meeting you at the event and everything. And I wish you all the best for this upcoming year, man. I think it's gonna be a big year.
Sure, man. You guys are the best, man. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you.
Have a good one.
All right,
All
man.
right. Y'all,
Take care.
we're gonna give a big warm goodbye to Shake with the claps. You already know we got the claps going. Yes, sir. Everyone in the chat, you already know. Go make sure to go follow him. Twitter, YouTube, any other socials that you want. TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Go follow Shakedown.
Everywhere, man. I mean, it's not even just TikTok and Instagram. You guys can find me everywhere, man. All my socials are on my Twitter, YouTube, everywhere. But I'm on Xbox. I'm on PlayStation. This year, I'm going to be heavily on PlayStation. So
Word.
if you're on PlayStation, send me a message to my PSN, Shakedown XL.
There you go.
I'm out there.
Hey,
I run with everybody, man. I'm a guy that just wants to have a good time.
like I said, one of the most humble dudes I met. Like I said, pleasure to have you on and all that stuff, man. So I wish you all the best.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Take it easy.
All right. Take care.
Yes, sir. All right.
Man, that was great.
Crazy.
That was great.
All right, fellas. That was dope, man. I gotta get to some work, man. We got some more info coming out tomorrow. Probably gonna be up making some more videos. So
All right,
it's
for
great
sure, man.
being here, man.
Absolutely, it's great having
It
you.
was great. It was great meeting both of you guys, man. I was glad. I wish you would have told me you was gonna do this while we was out there, because I would have been looking forward to it.
I didn't really have an idea. It was kind of rough to start until it was it was probably a little too late. But I'm glad you can make it on kind of short notice. So definitely appreciate that.
I'm around, man. I look for opportunities to link up with everybody, man. So just ask, and I'll try to be there. I can't always be there, but ask Uncle
feel you.
Debbie.
You're
He's
busy
always trying
man.
to get me to host tournaments and whatnot. But I try my best, man. I try my best to be there. So yeah.
Word up.
Man, appreciate
All right,
you,
bro.
Shake.
All right, man. Y'all
Appreciate
take
you,
care,
Shay.
man. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Good one.
Take it easy, bro. We're gonna give him a warm clap. So, trying to get back to the screen. I gotta re-edit the screen, and then we could talk about anything
Yeah.
else that the rest of the chat wants to talk to.
I got you.
talk about.
I'm back looking at chat, man. We had a GO interview with Shake, man. OG legend, 2K content creator, awesome dude, as y'all could tell in the interview. But let's scroll back to chat. We got a couple donations, and we always appreciate that. Much love to all y'all in the chat showing love, man. But let's go back to King Josh. King Josh asks, "What's the best build to specialize at power forward? I want to get boards and defend." Hey, listen, we got the perfect footage for you. Spill, if you don't mind, pulling up my 6'8" build
Yeah,
that I created.
Give me 1 sec.
Spill's working on that, but Josh, I literally created a 6'8" build. that was super souped on defense. 31 defensive badges. It could be a great blueprint for you to use. I could still shoot the three ball. I had a post fade and everything. So once Bill gets that footage up,
Yeah,
you
give
could
me
you
one
could use that
sec.
as a blueprint.
That same build that we saw a little earlier.
Yep, the 6'8".
I bet we pulling that up. But yeah, man, what
the
a
boy.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
We got everybody on the stream, man. That's crazy. But I'm about to pull this up right now though.
Yeah. Super great stream.
And we're not done yet. Not done.
We're not done. Hey man, we've been live for a while. I don't even know.
I don't know how much longer we're going for, but we're not done yet. I still want to talk to
Yeah.
Chad a little bit, and just vibe out with you guys before we get out of here. Answer a couple questions. I think we're only
Yeah.
planning on doing a 2-hour stream, and I even showed up a little late, man. It's been almost a 3-hour stream, so absolutely wild. So I think this is 6A build up here right now.
Yeah, 6'8" build. See if we get the attributes somewhere.
I got you.
Um,
Oh wait, this is the sharp gameplay. Hold on.
yeah, that's your sharp. Yep.
My bad.
No, you good. You good.
6-8 build creation. Here it is.
Perfect. So right here, Josh, you can see this is my 6'8" build. Used as a blueprint. You can see it's heavy on defense. It can still shoot. Now you're lacking on the playmaking and finishing, but you still have a high pass accuracy to get make those dimes and make some good reads to your teammates. And then finishing, you're gonna make your wide open shots. But my plan for this build was to be more like a finesse post fade kind of build in the paint. So if this your play style, you can just copy it or use it as a blueprint, just so you could use it on 2K23.
Yeah, we were talking about this before. Like super well-rounded build. You want a lock that can't do a little playmaking. This could be a really good day one build. Like we talked about with Shake, like it's a specialized, crazy defense. You're gonna be able to lock up and you're gonna be able to shoot. So, yeah. Shout out. You said his name was Josh. I didn't get to see the donation. My apologies.
King Josh, yeah, you
King
good.
Josh.
We got another dono from the boy. He said, "Yo, Spill, maybe Shakedown knows if core badges could be changed at any time, like takeovers. Please ask him." We missed that one. Shakedown's not here. And I'm not sure if he'll know that information.
About the core badges, you can change them.
Yeah.
So I could answer that. Can't answer for Shake, but I can tell you what I know. So you can see right here, right? Like we're on Pro Touch, and there's this square down here that says Pro Touch Core Challenge. You can. I'm not exactly sure yet because the retail game's not on. We only got to play the builder. I keep saying this, but beating a dead horse. But in order to unlock these core badges, you need to do the challenge regarding whatever that challenge is. It could be a quest or a challenge, and then you have to do certain things to unlock that as a core badge. You can equip it, whatever, but if you want to get it for free, it needs to be a core badge, and to do that, you need to do the challenges. And to your question about changing your core badges, I'm pretty sure, I'm not going to say for certain, but I'm pretty sure you can change your core badges whenever you want, as long as you have that quest or that challenge unlocked or complete. Like right here it says complete. And the My Player Builder that we tested at the community day, it was they're all unlocked for us. So I can't it's not going to come it's not going to come unlocked in the retail version, right? But for the community day they allowed us to core the badges just to try it out and get a feel for it. So yeah, you should be able to change your core badges. I'm pretty sure that's true.
Yeah,
How are the post respect the rank says, how are the post animations, Wolf? You could probably answer that better than me.
Post animations feel nice, man. I think the post fade is definitely back this year. I know last year they weren't the best, but they feel pretty solid right now. I think my first build I'm gonna make is gonna be kind of high in post, like midi high post fade. So I'm definitely excited to use that and kind of finesse in the mid range.
Yeah, like you can see here, some check gameplay, little midi, but you got some post fades in here too. Taps any button with the $4.99 dono says, why 2K don't add a rank mode? Would be crazy comp without having to go to Pro-Am, create a team similar to Apex Legends. I mean, that's something they could do.
That's a great idea.
That's something. Another to piggyback off that kind of thought. I was thinking about something where, why don't they have like a solo mode, right? Like, you don't go up against any 5 stacks or anything. It's just everybody that goes in there goes in solo, and they all have 4 other randoms on their team. I think something like that would be super cool. A ranked rec
Especially with
mode.
especially with like a rank system. Like if you're ranked like diamond and everybody queues up solo and you
Right.
queue up with like diamond rec players, that'll be a pretty fun comp game. Everybody's using comp to try to win and rank up. Like that'll be awesome to see.
And you have to utilize teamwork and talk to your team that you have no idea who they are, right? So like that'll bring a whole new dynamic. 2K can get pretty toxic at times, but if everybody went into that mode, I'm sure they kind of have an understanding, like everybody's a random on your team. Nobody's got teammates really that they know, at least. It's another.
Ken donated and asked, current gen builder question mark. Is it even different from 22? So Mike Wang tweeted out, I think today actually, that current gen and next gen are identical builders. So all the information you guys are seeing today posted was all next gen gameplay. But a next gen builder, but it's all relatively the same and identical. So you can use this information on old gen when you make your builds.
I have to say, I'm pretty sure current gen has a different badge cost system. I don't know if they have the badge tiers. I don't think the badge tiers are exactly the same. So while the badges and the categories are all the same and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure the badge cost and the tier system is a little bit different. So I think Shakedown was saying like you're gonna see a little different variety over on current gen as well.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Just read some chat here. I used to kill post fade. What kind of jump shot you guys know that are fast and usable off the rip? Let's see. I got the sharp gameplay right somewhere. Let's see. So I think you can see here before I use James Harden. That's the one jump shot I did use, and this is I can speak from experience. I looked at the Mike Wang jump shot chart where they had the speeds and everything. Mike Wang said that wasn't accurate or something like that. It was an old thing that they just were using for reference. But I don't know. I tested out James Harden, and on that spreadsheet it had a B release speed. That was like one of the fastest ones I could find for my sharp. It felt pretty good. I changed my jump shot to Kevin Durant to try it out because I saw Kevin Durant had one of the slowest jump shot speeds, and I felt like Kevin Durant was really, really slow. So maybe it has a higher release point, so it's better against like contest or something. But I was trying jump shot, and like you can see in here, the James Harden jump shot was really good for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Off rip, James Harden jump shot was pretty good. But this, like I said, take everything with a grain of salt because this is just the 3v3 builder. And then we're gonna have access to so many more jump shots when the game comes out, and that's one thing that you guys know. NBA2KLab, that's what we do. It's all jump shots. It's the number one thing we like to focus on, and we're gonna get those jump shots and all those stats out to you guys as fast as we can. So like I said, NBA2KLab.com, eventually, if not already, we're gonna have well, we don't have SIGs yet requirements, but we do have, I think we have badge descriptions.
Yeah,
so
sure
yeah,
come back, man.
definitely keep checking it out, and we're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff on the site.
A lot of data, a lot of good information to help you guys make builds, jump shots, whatever you.
And I don't know if you guys know, but there's 4 different statistics for the jump shots now. It's like defensive immunity, shot speed, release height, and then something else. I can't remember off the top. But yeah, so jump shots are going to be completely different this year, and we're excited to see where it takes us and test them out and see what each statistic does. Like it's going to be a whole new game for shooting, I think. In terms of labbing it and what's the best shot, highest release point, all that. It's going to be completely different than it was in 2K22.
Yeah,
you said they took out wingspan. I'm trying to go for another 5 minutes to 10:30. We'll get a 3-hour stream here. So if y'all in the chat want any other questions answered, we're gonna rock out for another 5 minutes, and then we about to get out of here. Keeping you around, Wolf. Wolf over here.
No, you good, man.
Glove Hall of Fame OP with a lot of people having low tier dribble badges. It could be.
It might.
That's the thing.
We don't know.
Like I was saying before, like I couldn't get that chase down block, even though I had silver chase down, right? Because Anthony Edwards' dunk was so high. So like, same kind of thing with different categories. Like it could be really good. Like if you have Glove Hall of Fame and someone doesn't even have Unpluckable, like, sorry, that's probably gonna be easy to steal. I think that's the other clip right here of the chase down. 2K22. This is a chase down right here.
Nah,
2K
chase down
22.
testing is
That's a
really nice.
steal and a chase down, but I didn't put much steal on my guy, I think. But this is a guaranteed chase down 22 with bronze chase down. Silver chase down did not work for me. But yeah, what else we
Chase
got here?
down got severely nerfed unless you have a high block. I feel
Right.
like if you have a decent block rating, I'll say like 80, 90s. You know, it might be affected, but
Martez Henderson, best 2 guard build prediction. I mean, tough to say, but 6'5s feel really good. That's what this build is. A 6'5. 6'6s could be good depending on what you want to do. At 6'5, you get the 99 3-ball. I don't think you can get 99 past 6'5. I could be wrong. But yeah, I think it's gonna be different. But if you want all the dribble sigs, you want to be a dribbler, like a 2 guard, like a combo guard. 6'4 is gonna be good because I'm pretty sure you need to be a little bit shorter for all the dribble sigs. So yeah, I mean, there's a couple ideas to run across for a 2 guard. I have no idea what the 2 guard prediction is, man. I'm running a sharp. I'll tell you that much. I don't know how it's gonna go. It's gonna be a learning curve, but it should be fun. If you got a 2 guard that can't shoot, what are you doing?
yeah, you got to be able to shoot minimum. We do not know about any jump shot landings, about the delayed greens. We don't know. We didn't have access to any animations or anything like that, so we can't answer that.
Pure playmaker is gonna be trash if it can't do nothing else. Yeah, I mean, look, I put the clip, I think, or just the image. I don't know where it is, but like I said, you have 99 speed with ball. If you make a player with 99 speed with ball, he has to be short in order for that. So this is just a general thought. But 99 speed with ball, you put that one attribute to 99, you're already 85 overall. So it's gonna be tough to do anything else. But you probably will be blowing by people. I'll tell you that. You'll be super fast, but you're only gonna have those 3 boosts. So, if those are up and you're a pure playmaker, you're going to have to dish the rock. You're going to have to make plays, call some plays for your team, some stuff like that. Playmaking this year is definitely weighted super heavy. So, if you put playmaking on your build, you're going to be sacrificing a lot of other stuff.
Is All-Star team up in next gen? We don't know. We only got to play the My Player Builder and Quick Match, so got to wait till the game releases to find that out.
Wolf, what's your thoughts? Brandon Buchanan says, is the defensive sliding fixed? How did you feel? Well, we're playing offline, so it feels really good offline. It always does. It always feels good offline.
Like, I'm getting good bump and all that. So I mean, I can't answer that, bro. I haven't been able to play online to really test the defensive mechanics on sliding and the new shading system. Like, I don't know. It's just hard. I can't really answer that. But give me like a week. By next week, you ask the same question, I got you with an answer. I just need more time to play the game and, lab it online against real players.
Someone asked for my sharp build. This is just something I made. This is nothing serious, man. This isn't my build or anything like that. It's just a couple of things I was trying to target on here. 80 drive and dunk to get the quick drops off one. See how good that was. I didn't even really get a chance to dunk like that, to be honest. I was just trying to shoot, but I got the 60
stam. Wow.
I don't think this is the finished build.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, there's no way.
Nah. It wasn't the finished build.
That would be crazy.
I think this is it. But
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
See, this is a little well-rounded build. Like I said, you got to specialize, and I specialize in shooting, and that's mainly it. But my other categories pretty decent. Pass accuracy a little low here. 60 driving layups probably really low. I'm not gonna be finishing much layups. Layups are going to be really good this year, so I don't know if I want more layup instead of my dunk either. So like I said, this build is just I was trying to test out 99, make a little decent build to run around in the 3v3 tester and see what was good. And 76 speed of ball. I think this is the one that gave me silver quick first step, if I'm not mistaken. And silver quick first step felt pretty good, so that was cool to try. 76 speed of ball, 71 ball handle. Like we said, we couldn't choose our sigs, our ball, our dribbling and stuff, so. I was kind of asked out. I was still getting space. I was still calling for screens. The speed boosts this year feel really good. So I think the adrenaline boosts are worth it. It's not just like, I don't know. The speed boosts feel, I don't know. I would go as far as to say they feel slightly better than they did last year. Maybe if not a lot better, but that's up for discussion, I guess. But I was getting open. I was fading on this guy, even with a 76 speed of ball at 80 speed. So That was feeling good. Just something to keep in mind. I don't recommend going that low if you're trying to be a ball handler or something like that, but it could be possible. We still got to play with it more. 70 perimeter D, 78 steal, and then 59 block to get silver chase down. That silver chase down was not good. So if I was to remake this build, I'm probably taking off the block, to be honest with you, and I'll probably put on more steal or something like that. But I haven't been reading chat and just kind of talk about my build here. But Darnell says get smooth. Talking about Chris Smooth. Oh man, that'd be wild. What is the best height for a popper? We're gonna answer like one more question, then I gotta get off this. I gotta get something to eat or something. I gotta recharge. Let me see any good questions here. You guys mind showing a true center build? I don't have a center build right now. Wolf had one, but the file got corrupted at the end of the event. The generator overheated from the event because it was like it was over 100 degrees outside. So
yeah, it was hot outside, bro.
It was nice inside though. It was beautiful inside. The event was crazy.
That 7-3 I made was soup.
Olajuwon Dreams, I want to see that 7-3. I know you probably.
No,
I know Olajuwon will probably go crazy with a 7-3 this year. Maybe, I don't know.
I wish I had that footage, bro.
What's good, Olajuwon?
Posted on a couple days when the game comes out.
Show a Zach LaVine build. All right, I'm gonna show you the Zach LaVine build. I actually don't even know if I have the build. Maybe I do. Hold on. I'm gonna show this build and I'm gonna get out of here. I keep saying that, but
best big man build. We don't know, man. We gotta play the game more. Laker fan had a good little 7-foot that he said was kind of glitched out. I think you can check on his YouTube.
Yeah. I think if you're looking for a big, go check out Lakers videos for sure. He was the one in here talking big men, and he definitely labbed that at the event crazy. He was talking some crazy stuff on the big man, so definitely go check.
What up, Vandy?
Definitely go check his stuff out.
Yeah, Lakers. Yeah, I haven't watched the video, but tonight, I'm gonna check it out and definitely use that 7-foot. I might use it as a blueprint. I don't know. I might make a big power forward off rip. I don't know. We'll see.
This is another random build I made. Like I said, don't copy these builds, man. This is just me testing stuff out. So don't follow these builds. But you want a Zach LaVine build, and this is the closest thing I got because he had 99 dunk. This is the only build I really had like a super high dunk on. Still could. I didn't put no shooting.
3-pointer crazy.
I know. But I only did that. But bro, I'm dunking everything. I'm mashing everything.
Nah,
it doesn't even matter. But yeah, the only reason I punted that category is because I wanted to see what the ball handle and speed with ball was on a 6-7, and I wanted him to have good dunking. And I was damn near unstoppable in the My Player Builder. Like, I don't know. It was crazy. I'm getting crazy bumps and just crazy stuff.
What was that build called?
Interior Finisher, I think.
Oh, that makes sense.
I see.
You had, RJ there. Wait, what? That's kind of crazy, though.
I got James Worthy, DeRozan. I got no midi, so it doesn't make sense. I'm DeRozan, but yeah, like I said, don't take this build, but I could show you just a couple clips. I was taking some wild layups and just bullying dudes.
Vandy said, what we thinking 6'2" guards and under. Someone else asked, does anyone have a good PG build yet? So we have Santa on stream, and he's going to drop a build that he labbed up, I think, relatively soon. So make sure you are mindful of that. But he dropped a gem and said the build's height will be 6'1". We don't know nothing else, but all we know the build is 6'1", and it could dunk, shoot, and dribble. So that's all you need to do as a point guard. If that's what you're looking for, go check out Santa's build video, probably dropping.
Go turn on those noties, bro. Everybody that was on here, y'all better, go support them, bro, because they was in here dropping gems, for real.
Definitely.
For real, yeah. So 6'1" build, yeah. Definitely keep an eye out for Fanta's YouTube video. Let me show you, see if I can get any just dumb layups. I was taking dumb layups, man. DeRozan got no defense, bro. Look how stupid these layups are. I'm max weight, bro. Like, just bodying.
Pushing him out the way.
I have like 96 close shot, right? So like I'm gonna finish that. I have 96 something driving layup. Like, I'm just finishing everything inside. there was times when Bam was down low, over here, he was getting stops. Like that's a good defender, right? Bam was getting stops. That makes sense, but like that's just light when you get you got a little lane to the rack, especially if you have the finishing like I do on this build. That's gonna be light. Like DeRozan's not a great defender. He's not like the worst defender, but he's not a great defender, right? And like my dude is huge, got more strength than him probably. So take into account all these factors when you're making your builds and when you're playing the game against other players that, if someone's build, you could take advantage of it. I think so.
Yeah, all the footage we're showing is pre-recorded. We do not have access to the game. This was all recorded a couple days ago, and we're showing it to y'all now. So.
Yeah, Bledge, I was saying this is pro difficulty, so take it all with a grain of salt. But even still, like I said, Bam was getting stops even on pro difficulty. I was taking the same exact layups I was taking on Kyrie. It was just light work. I'm not getting those on Bam. So like, even on pro, it makes sense. But like I said, take everything with a grain of salt. This isn't how they might even change the game on release in a couple days or whatever. So, yeah. CPU defense looks souped.
Oh, you got cooked right there.
I was trying to skill dunk.
Dunk meter? The dunk meter?
I was trying to skill dunk. I couldn't get the skill dunks.
You cooked him right there with that behind the back.
I ended up figuring it out though. I was showing the skill dunks earlier. If y'all, I'm pretty sure we're gonna keep this stream up. After we end it. So if y'all ever wanted to check out anything, Fan on the stream, Laker on the stream, Shake, man, like crazy guests on the stream. You want big man perspective, you want PG perspective, Wolf the lock perspective, just every type of perspective you could go in, because I know some people joined late here. So man, been a crazy stream. I appreciate everybody who showed up, man. Y'all went crazy in the stream. So I really appreciate everybody in here that showed up, liked the stream, chatting. That chat is going ballistics. Shout out to Duke. But yeah, Velo and Jay said we want you to keep streaming. Man, I would, but I gotta turn on my AC. My mic's gonna go crazy. I need to get something to eat. Like I said, this was only supposed to be a 2-hour stream. We're here past 3 hours, so we had 5 different people on the stream. So did Fan already talk about builds? He did a little bit. But like we say,
coming out soon, so
yeah, he's gonna drop the sauce on his channel. So be tuned in.
Yeah. His channel, his Twitter, everything. You're gonna have a PG build coming out soon that he labbed up.
Eddie Munson, community is lit this year. Community is lit, bro. That event like gave me a whole new perspective on the community and everybody that showed up. And like the community is definitely gonna go crazy this year. And like 2K gave us the opportunity to do all this stuff early. Like it's getting everybody so hyped and so excited. I honestly can't wait. Like I already can't wait to get my hands back on the game again. Like I'm about to go crazy trying to play this game.
BT build back. I'm gonna say no, but listen, I'm not definitive on that. When millions of people get their hands on the game in a couple days, people might find some glitchy builds that I never seen. We only had about 7-8 hours to play the game, and you can't find all the glitches in that amount of time. So once millions of people play the game in a couple days, we might see some crazy stuff. But
for sure.
I'm gonna say no for now.
Apollo says do an eating stream. Nah, we're not doing that. Hall of Fame, nah, y'all trolling now. We need a ban, maybe. I was watching you guys 3 hours ago. Man, I say we're only trying to be on here 2 hours, and I showed up late, and we just had to go crazy for another hour. But yeah, no, we're gonna call it there. Everybody in chat, like I said, thank y'all so much. We appreciate y'all for showing up and showing out. Y'all went crazy, liking up the stream and everything.
Absolutely.
Thank you to all the guests on the stream, man. Fana, Laker, Shake. Absolute pleasure and honor to have all them guys on here. And with that being said, I'm going to end the stream right there. Y'all be easy and stay tuned because we're going to be dropping bangers all year. Probably got another video to drop tomorrow or something. I don't know.
We working, man. We working.
We definitely working. So,
Can't wait, man. It's going to be exciting 2K, man. Much love to y'all for showing love to the stream.
Sure.
And
y'all take care.
We'll be around.